My mind is so spectacular. Open up your aperture. You don't like the light that I be shining, bitch, you Dracula. Southern draw vernacular. Flip you like a spatula. Knew that I was built to put this world up on my scapula. I've been on this road so long, my tires bald. I don't wanna text and no, I don't wanna call. Came in this shit running, but you don't know how to crawl. We ain't never folding, I'm holding the highest car. Look, okay, grew up running post routes. Now I'm on the cash route. Better call the plumber, that boy spitting like a bass spout. All these bad women in this club, fuck is you mad about? Word to all my estheticians, boy, I'm about to lash out. Straight from St. John's to the east side. Jigging since knee high. Watch the way I put on for my state, nigga, yeehaw. Respecting no Aretha. Crazy how I made it to the league from the bleach eyes. Boy, my shit hair wrong. Black, rich, and bare arms. Smoking on that yogi, this shit stronger than some bare arms. Goku, I'm in rare form. You cannot prepare for him. When I swing, it's like a carnival. This shit ain't fair for him. Brought intellect back to this rap shit. You niggas need chapstick. Shit been dry for way too long, and I'm the matchstick. You niggas Nickelodeon me. I'm more like Cap Nick. Cap a nigga, throw him in front of me. Party favors on the table, you can pick and choose. I would be lying if I said it, I don't get confused. I'm just a player in the game and I don't pick the rules. Why trouble always seem to find the ones with shit to lose. About to blow like we just lit the fuse. We double dutch into this dough, I get this shit in twos. Push the button, get it started, put that shit in cruise. A little dust up on his heart, I barely get to use. A fool flatters himself, a wise man flatters a fool. Man, I just came to get it started like mechanics with tools. Cause in my hood, if you don't pack a tool, you planning to lose. These young boys deserve Oscars, they be acting a fool. A couple loose screws, but they hammer accurate. Ooh, I know some niggas stuck on drugs and manufacture it too. School of hard knocks, we all got our bachelor's food. No cap and gowns, but we all had the master. Party favors on the table, you can pick and choose. I would be lying if I said it, I don't get confused. I'm just a player in the game and I don't pick the rules. Why trouble always seem to find the ones with shit to lose. I'm dumb lit, it's about to be a late night. Fresh wax, shawty, show me what it tastes like. Niggas know me in my city like I'm Wayne Wright. Got them looking up to me and we the same height. Ooh, I got it bad, deep in my bag. Foot on the gas, they cannot last. Swimming with the sharks, bitch, that's a great white. Never stopping, we don't even need a brake light. Say she don't smoke, but she always smoke with me, yeah. Back with Finny, yeah, back up in the ovaries, yeah. All my ops, they stay running like they over easy. Even my masseuse can't just get too close to me, yeah. Shout out to Next. Soon as the ink dry, we count out the checks, yeah. I never flex. I bought up a business, you bought up a section. I'm at the top of my class, yeah. Y'all never learned from your lesson. Skywalker gave me the force, yeah. Turn this into an obsession, yeah. I couldn't wait on the team, cooking shit up with just me and play, yeah. Things never are what they seem, but we know the facts, yeah. Charging that shit to the game, but now I pull up with a battery pack, yeah. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and we can just leave it at that. I'm dumb lit, it's about to be a late night. Fresh wax, shawty, show me what it tastes like. Niggas know me in my city like I'm Wayne Wright. Got them looking up to me and we the same height. Ooh, I got it bad, deep in my bag. Foot on the gas, they cannot last. Swimming with the sharks, bitch, that's a great white. Never stopping, we don't even need no brake lights. Big bro, why they call you big bro? Every time we hit the bank, we deposit zip codes. Well connected with the streets like we out in Skid Row.
Bogdanovich, they're going to lean on him. They need his offense and his shooting here tonight. Harden gets a clean look at a three. It's good. Harden around Beasley, the floater. It's good. Harden picked up by Cunningham. Step back three, leaning into it. Oh, he knocks it down. That's 10 first quarter points for James Harden. Shooter going to guard Harden the length of the floor. Harden puts him in his hip pocket, goes right to the rim and lays it in.
This is a team that scored 60 points. Through February, they've been scoring about 60 points in the paint, already with 18.
Picked up by Holland. Well, the mid-range hasn't been falling, but tied winners before. As Harden flings a three. Oh, the fire and brimstone continues. Harden's already logged 30 minutes so far tonight. Turns the corner, gets downhill, the floater, and it's gone.
He's digging deep right here. Whether it's a three-point shot, layup in the lane, trying to do any and everything to will this Clippers to a win. Fourth quarter coming up. Stay in these actions where he's going to be most successful.
Harden the finish! Oh my goodness! Harden the three. Yes! Harden with 43! And the Clippers lead by 7.
For Detroit, so and only 14 fouls by the Clippers.
Harden off the window and in. Oh, he's taking the walk with the basketball gods tonight.
Hey, when you got it going, keep it going. And Schroeder trying to press, but he gives screws.
But yeah. I'm so happy right now. Over a very good Pistons squad. And Ty Lue said it's a simple game if you play it the right way. That's exactly what they did here.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button. Y'all come in here to share, subscribe. Hit that Cash App, $ Slick Rick 1991 Son, $ Slick Rick 1991 Son. It's our Cash App right there, as y'all can see. And if you guys do not have Cash App, you can also go to our super stickers and super comments that are available. Very simple. All you guys have to do is make sure you guys send your love by hitting that thanks button right below, and y'all can subscribe, y'all can support the Pull Up Basketball Podcast at your own discretion. Continuously support, and like I said, hit that like button. Y'all come up in here. Let's get it popping. We got so much to talk about tonight or today. First of all, I hope everybody's having a great day. If y'all can hear me, make sure y'all can hear me. I hope I'm not being staticky right now. Let me know if my sound staticky or if my connection is weak. In the comment section. So we're gonna talk about it, right? We're gonna talk about everything right now. Let's get into it. We gotta talk about it. Let's go into the comment section. Shout out to my man Gabe. Hey BJ. He said Gabe Moore. He said with the emojis, Mike with the microphone, the basketball, and trash can. What's good, brother? How you doing? My man Adam is in the building. He said, where are the Harden apology forms at? Harden apology forms. We're going to get into all that. Appreciate you. J-Dog, he said, I stand by my GOAT. J-Dog 777, appreciate you coming in. V-World says, come on, was just one game, was a Baz, but he's 36 now, trade next season. Fire Ty Lue, fire GM. Appreciate you coming in, brother. Trayvon Randolph said, I'd love to see Vintage Harden tonight. Let's see. Water X, my man said that's only one game. I'm not apologizing yet. Appreciate you coming in. Frank Hefner, my man Dom said don't start with the Harden apology because the next time you have a bad game, y'all gonna jump on his head again. All right, appreciate you. Let's see. Let's go into a few other. Let's see. Lewis, my man Lewis said give Harden his flowers. Give Harden his scholars. And so let's go to Mark Jag. My man said, let Harden run the Harden system and let Norman Kawhi play secondary where that's the only way we're going to get a very good Harden. Here we go. Salute BJ. Was good, CD. I think Harden listened to this show. Maybe. You know, I already know the Clippers listen to my show, so, you know, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But we got 35 people, shout for 35 likes up in here. So let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up right now. I want to talk to y'all about what happened last night. And I want to talk about some of the stuff that we just witnessed. If you guys did not see the video, I just showed the highlights of the best player on the court last night. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about is this momentum changer for the Clippers from here on out? based on the schedule, based on what we got coming up. Is this a momentum changer? So we gotta get into everything. We gotta get into what we saw. We gotta look at everything in a nutshell. But let's first do this. Let's look into the game last night, the statistics as we always do. Let's look at the team stats, the individual stats, and what happened in a nutshell, and get real detailed with it like I always like to do. So let me go and share the screen with y'all real quick. As y'all come here, make sure y'all hit that like button. Don't be shy. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I ain't gonna be able to read the comments for the rest of the show. And here we go. So let me first do this. Team stats. As we look at the team stats right here, shooting percentages, 52% for the Pistons, 55% for the Clippers, 3-point percentage, 54% for the Clippers, 31% for the Pistons. Clippers, 84%, 73% for the Pistons. So for all the shooting splits, we were 50, 50, and 80% from the field. So we definitely shot the lace out the ball. Yes, last night. Rebounding went to the Pistons, 34-33. Assists went to the Pistons, 27-18. Steals went to the Clippers, 8-5. Blocks went to the Clippers, 2-6. Total turnovers went to the Clippers, 13-10. We only had 10 turnovers to their 13. Largest lead was the Clippers, 13 to their 4. Points in the paint went to the Pistons, 62-60. Fouls committed was 16-20. They had 22 out of 16. Went to the Clippers. So much of the main categories, like the shooting categories, we run that category. Categories like the rebound, assistant, and stuff, they went to the Pistons, but it was pretty split down in the middle. A very high efficiency offensive game, I must say. Both teams cleared over 100 points, 110 points, and it was just a magnificent sight to see last night. Let's get into the individual performances that we saw also. Start off with the Pistons. You had 10 points from Masar Thompson, 14.7. Tim Hardaway Jr., Jalen Duren with 7 points as well. Cade Cunningham with 37. Malik Beasley with 14 points. Off the bench, you had Dennis Schroeder coming in with 21, the newest acquired Piston. Isaiah Stewart came in with 10 points as well. What was this? Ronald Holland, the second, had 7 points. So, the points were pretty much spread apart. Cade Cunningham obviously dominated with 37 points last night. And like I said, the Pistons shot was 52% for the field. So, like I said, offensively, they were very, very good. Defensively, they weren't so good. They've been a pretty solid defensive team this season. But tonight, they did not have it. And we're going to continuously go on. The Clippers starting lineup, Nicholas Batum, Viska Zubac, James Harden, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Chris Dunn. All right, so you had two guys who had over 20 points, along with James Harden, who had over 50 or 40 points. And then off the bench, you had, Drew Eubanks, Amir Coffey, Jordan Miller, and Kobe Brown, who all got minutes, pretty significant minutes. All those guys cleared over 15 minutes outside of Drew Eubanks. Jordan Miller and Kobe Brown got the most minutes they had all season, if I'm not mistaken, outside of that Boston game. But production was very, very big amongst those guys. And you look at the starting five, Nicholas Batum had 5 points, didn't get a lot of shots outside of one shot, 2 free throws. Chris Dunn, 8 points in 30 minutes, 4 rebounds, 3 steals, very actively defensively as he done all year. Bogdan Bogdanovic knocked it at 23 points, 3 for 6 from the 3-point line, 50% from the field, hit all 4 of his free throws, did some playmaking, some good things as well. Viska Zubac with 22 and 11, another big game from Viska Zubac, 20 shots from Viska Zubac, which is very, very sufficient, very, very efficient. And, Lord behold, we got the ball to, Viska Zubac early and often. But the main attraction, of course, James Harden with 50 points, a 50 burger, 14 for 24 from the field, 6 for 13 from 3, 16 for 20 from the line, 5 assists, 5 turnovers. Don't even really matter. The 50-point he cleared, and they got the win. So, as y'all come here, make sure y'all hit that like button. We got a lot to talk about. Salute Bruce. What's good? Bruce Banner, what's good? How you doing? So where do I start? Let me go ahead and do it again. Let me go into some of the interviews that we talked about last night. I'm gonna let y'all hear some of the interviews and what I thought was the reason why the Clippers got the victory. So let me go ahead and start with our head coach and let him kind of hear what he has to say. And then we're going to continuously move on from there. All right. So here we go.
Turning the page 24 hours later tonight. Is that kind of all the beauty of the NBA is no matter what happened the previous night, you can always get it back the night after?
You have an opportunity to get it back. I don't mean you're going to get it back. But like I said, by giving away a game last night and having the resilience to come back tonight, on a tough back-to-back against a team that's, really well coached, been playing at a high level, and being shorthanded to come back and get a win like this just says a lot about our team, And it was good to be back home in front of our fans, and being back into it, was good for us. After 8 straight road games, and so tonight was a really big win for us. I thought we got a contribution from every guy that played tonight, and so we needed that.
Sorry.
So just a heads up, the Clippers were missing Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell, Ben Simmons, and Derrick Jones Jr. 3 out of those 4 guys can be arguable as starters, and the 4th guy, Ben Simmons, could take on a starting role as the season progresses. So that's what y'all saw yesterday. So let's continue.
Have you had any recent conversations with James about his shooting, and what it's like to see him have a performance like this tonight?
Well, I talk to James after every game, every night, for the most part, and just figuring out ways to get better and what we need him to do and things like that. But to see him come out and score 50 on a back-to-back, at the age of 35, just says a lot about him, and competing every night and playing 38 minutes again on the back-to-back. But we needed every bit of it, and so like I said, everybody that played the game tonight contributed, and we needed every bit of it.
Sorry, can you talk about, as far as an impressive win tonight with President Obama in the house? What did that mean?
So I mean, it makes it a lot sweeter, having President Obama coming to the game. When Mr. Obama told me that.
Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't expect President Obama to be there. That's wild. That's how you know that Intuit Dome. First of all, it's the best arena in the NBA, hands down. I just want to let that be known. That's the best arena in the entire NBA. Every single player says it. They keep saying how special it is. The away locker rooms are dope. The home locker room is top of the notch. You got all the technology in there. As far as arenas, that's the best arena in the NBA. Now, it's weird. Our fans, we have the lowest attendance of the entire NBA, but we have the best arena, right? So I think it's a mixture of the pricing, because it costs us $70 to park inside the parking garage across the street from Intuit. $70. So right there, that's already what you can get. That's you're already paying for concessions, and you ain't even touched the inside. You're paying $70 already. You know what I'm saying? And you got you have your ticket you already paid for you if you want food, if you want souvenirs and all that stuff. So you pay for what you get at Intuit Dome, but it's definitely the best arena in the NBA. But for former President Obama to be there, yeah, that was kind of surprising.
Yeah, last week, very excited. And so a young kid come from Mexico, Missouri to having a president, know you on a first name basis really feels really good. I've come a long way. And so someone you look up to, you idolize, and meant a lot to our country, when he was in office, and still does to this day. And you see the ovation he got tonight when they showed him on the Jumbotron.
And Coach, when you said last night that you wanted the team to play through the game and play the right way, it went up midway to the 4th. It kind of felt like maybe here we go again. But your guys were able to come in, withstand that run that they had, and finish the rest of the way. What does it say about your team moving forward and how you guys can grow from this? Yeah, I mean, that, we can do it. We just can't get frustrated, when teams make runs, because they're good teams in this league. We just got to get tougher when a game gets tougher. And I thought tonight we was able to do that. Like you said, they made a strong run. They're a good team. They've been playing very well. And to withstand that run and come out with a win, that was huge for us. But that's what our mindset has to be every single time. When a game gets tougher, we got to get tougher. And so we did that tonight.
Ty, if the president's going to be here and resulting in James scoring 50, you guys get that happen a little more often?
Get him here for 20 more games. Yeah.
But just James in general. I mean, I had the rough second half yesterday. Did it look like he came out trying to set the tone? I think he had 23 the first 30 or something.
Yeah, he had 23 in the first quarter. I thought, but he was more direct. It was like getting to his shots, getting to his spots, not over dribbling, just getting to his spots. And so when he's making his step back three, of course he can get to the free throw line, he can get to the basket. But when he's making his three, it's a tough cover. And so tonight, starting the game off, I thought we really did some great things defensively. I think they had 12 points for like 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Second unit, we just got to get better with that group defensively, like understanding what we're trying to do. But it's a young unit, a young group, and we need them guys just to play hard, just compete. They're gonna make some mistakes, and we understand that. But James set the tone early, like with his offense for sure.
All right, I want to leave it there. So Ty talked about the defensive aspect in the second group. So if you guys saw Kobe Brown, and y'all come here, make sure I hit that like button. Salute to everybody that's came in. That second group with Kobe Brown and Jordan Miller gave them 17 minutes, right? Drew Eubanks set for 13 minutes. I'm not saying Kobe Brown and Jordan Miller are going to get consistent minutes, but what I am saying is for him to say that we got to get them better, I mean, really, there's nothing really get better than you're third in the league defensively as a team, right? And basically you got the opportunity because certain guys were out. But like I've said about Kobe Brown, I think that he just needs more time on the court. He has the body. He has an NBA body. He's strong. He can bang. I know his three-point shot has been falling, but he has like skills, what I'm saying, if you just develop him and let him play. But the issue is that you got so many guys on this team that are, vets or close to vets who are already in your rotation that these guys can't really get no burn unless somebody's that's, hurt. So, I thought that they made an impact. I thought Bogdanovich had his best game of the season. And I've mentioned this before about Bogey. I know a lot of people were hard on Bogey when he came in and, not being a, most efficient shooter on the team. And, he came here to spread the floor and shoot the ball. When you're a player that has a stroke like Bogdanovich, right? You judge a person's shot by how their stroke looks. If you look at the great shooters of all time, guys that can shoot the ball, Ray Allen, of course, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, who else am I thinking of? Just great shooters that they all have good forms. They all have elite forms. They all have, the follow through, the flick of the wrist, like the straight arm, even if it's not a straight arm, like you can just tell it's a textbook shot, right? Kevin Durant, 3-point midi, 50, 40, 90 guy. Kyrie Irving can shoot. You got Devin Booker, one of the best mid-range shooters, has a beautiful form. Those type of players, when they're in the slumps or they have, games where they're not shooting the ball, well, that's just all. It's just a slump. Bogdanovich has been a textbook 3-point shooter throughout his entire career. He played overseas in Serbia. That's where his, heritage is from. Like those overseas players, they learn the fundamentals at a young age. So with a guy like him, if he's missing shots, it's just basically he's just in a slump. But you saw the game last night. Not only was he hitting shots, he was hitting big shots throughout the entirety of the game. He was keeping the momentum consistent in that second half, right? So I just want to let y'all know, it's not the end of the world if somebody's missing shots. Let me go to Bogdanovich, his interview. Let y'all hear what he had to say and his performance.
Hi, Clint Kuhns here with Anderson Advisors, and I would personally like to invite you to our free one-day tax and asset.
We're really mad about it, starting with our leader James, and just seeing him how he prepares for the next game. Even though we had a tough loss, really tough loss, he came in and he was ready and he led us. He got us prepared for this game.
I would imagine a big part of his game was the fact that he was able to rest a little bit and you kind of handle the ball a lot more. What was it like to, have that bench unit and not have a real traditional point guard and you kind of facilitate and just allowing him to catch his breath?
As I said, just coming in here and seeing him ready For sure it gives motivation for rest of the locker room, and especially younger guys. Everybody contributed, but it starts with him, and people. I feel like people underestimate how hard is it to come on back-to-back nights and play and put in minutes and be ready to play. And people think it's a game, but we lose sleep. We are nervous. We are stressed when we lose, and we have these emotional moments. But when you have such a guy that he's leader by example, it makes the job easier for us.
Okay, so I wanted to mention something about Bogey. One thing about Bogdanovich too is that he can fit with James or Kawhi. I don't talk about James last. I'm leaving the best for last. But Bogey's the type of player, he don't need the rock in his hands to do his thing. He can catch and shoot, but he can also, like Law said, take the pressure off of James by doing some ball handling and facilitating. And he's also a pretty scrappy defender. I don't know if y'all seen that. Against the Suns the other night, he had some good plays on Devin Booker. Very, very, aggressive defensively. And, he also had some good plays last night as well defensively. You know what I'm saying? Just off the summer, the Summer Olympics too. If you guys didn't see, like, he was the one going at LeBron. I mean, he's just one of them players that you want to have in the foxhole with you. He's tough. He's tough-minded. He can shoot. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good pickup. I never said it was like Bogdanovich was a bad pickup, even though he was in the slump. I'm like, okay, give him some time. Let him get out of his slump. He's not hurt. His mechanics are still there. All that good stuff. So that in itself, I wasn't really too concerned about, but I'm going to let it continue a little more.
How do you feel like you've just gotten acclimated? I feel like you've been thrown into multiple different rotations and units and all that. How do you feel like you're just slowly kind of acclimating to everything here?
It's basketball at the end of the day. Definitely coaching staff and players here, they have been helping me a lot with, everything on the floor, timing in place, because it's all about the timing, how you prepare the face, how you prepare everything. So we're still adjusting, but we don't have time. So I'm trying to go everything on the flow and learn everything on the flow and try to contribute the winning part.
Are you comfortable? Do you feel more
Yeah,
comfortable
yeah.
each game goes on?
Yeah. Especially with the training stuff with coaches here, we're putting a lot of work. That helps a lot for me. The main thing is to stay healthy, and
That's the main thing around here.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally too. But as I said earlier, they really helped me a lot. Prepare for the game better and just lock in more and more, and just being in this locker room with more vets, it helps a lot.
Okay. Also, he just mentioned more vets. See, that's another thing too. Environment. Wherever you may be at, wherever you may play at, that's going to contribute how you play. I don't want to harp on, the past, but Terrence Mann is a prime example. You guys can see that Terrence Mann's time here was up because he wasn't being utilized. He felt like he should have been utilized as. So when you go into work, even in the regular civilian world, if you're not happy, you're not comfortable, it's going to show in your performance. Yeah, people can say you got to work through it and all that stuff, but eventually it's going to get to you. So Terrence Mann eventually got to him, and it got to his play where his minutes were going to continue to be, dwindle. It's like pretty much to a point, you know what, man, it's just time for you to, leave. It's time for you to go. It's another opportunity, another place for you to be at. So now he goes to Atlanta Hawks under a new coach, new voice, new players that kind of play his style. And you kind of start seeing like the, fruits of his merits, fruits of his labor. Look at a guy like Kai Jones. You know what I'm saying? And basically, when you have a guy like Kai Jones that got 19 and 10 the other night, like with the Dallas Mavericks, I don't think personally, again, that Jones is ever like a bad player, just just had a certain situation. Musa Diabate in Charlotte. You got Brandon Boston, New Orleans. These guys are getting opportunities for teams, and they're showing how good they can be. Now, some of them are, losing teams, but hey, they can all play. Just gotta develop them and let them, be in the foxhole. So that went to Bogdanovich. Like I said, I don't think he was ever a bad pickup for us. I thought he was gonna be a good pickup, but it's just gonna come down to, basically getting out the slumps that he's in. So now we gotta go to the main corporate. We're gonna go to Uno. We're gonna talk about what his impact was last night, what I thought, really got him going, and how I feel like this could actually continue as the time goes. So here we go.
So what got into you tonight?
Every game counts. So thought we played well enough last game. We just gave up too many transition points last night, and tonight, we want to make a conscious effort of doing that. And I think the most important thing is win the game. Knowing that we had a lot of guys out, we just got to be a little bit more aggressive in scoring and making plays.
Yeah, you brought the nosebleed back. We haven't seen that in a minute. What was your favorite part besides the win, obviously? What was your favorite part of just being out there?
The win, being back at home. I feel like we ain't been at home in a few weeks.
Dude, how much energy does it take to score 50 like that? Does it take a lot out of you?
No, I mean, I can do it, So it's like not my first time. So for somebody who's done it probably their first time, would say it takes a lot of energy. But for me, it's just it's a game within the game.
President Obama was in attendance tonight. Did you?
Yeah, man, I wanted my pick with Prezi after the game, and he left. I guess he wanted to beat traffic, but we got a pretty cool relationship and we met a few times. So
this nigga is so LA. He said Prezi. That's LA lingo right there. He is LA to the core, bro. But I want to put that out there. All right.
It was pretty cool to see him at the game. It was probably the reason why I played so well.
I saw before the game you posted about Sylvester Turner. And what
relationship was tight, man. We grown since I've been in Houston. He did a lot of great things for the community, for the city. We partnered up to make that community, that city better. Donations and just giving back. He's obviously he was doing it in more depth, but we had conversations and meetings about especially after the hurricanes and things like that. So I don't know what the reason for it was, but it's sad. He was a great human being.
They don't seem to be the lousy Pistons team we've seen in previous years.
No.
How tough a game did they give you tonight?
I mean, they've been playing well all year. We played them, I think, last week or something, like a week and a half ago or something. So no different. I think the engine of that, another engine of that team is Cade. And the last couple of years, he hasn't been, healthy for the most part. This year.
Shout out to my boy who is Hendo. Y'all go subscribe to my man who is Hendo. Piston fan. You know what I'm saying? That's all I think about when I hear the word Pistons. I don't really watch the Pistons like that. I know I tell you I watched the entire league, but they just been so bad the last few years. They were like terrible last year. It was like depressing in the city. So I was just like, I don't even really bother watching them. But this year they definitely have turned the switch on under JB Bickerstaff. They gotten their rosters improved with Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris, players like that who are 3-point snipers, and you got some defense sprinkled in there as well. You got Asar Thompson they drafted, the brother of Amon Thompson, twin brother of him. So they got a solid, nice group. I don't think they're gonna do anything outside of probably get to the first, maybe second round, depending on matchup when the playoffs come. But they got a bright future over there in Detroit with those guys. They keep that core together. But yeah, this is not the same team as last year whatsoever. So let's keep going.
This year he's been healthy. He's an all-star. And then the front office, put some good pieces around him, some shooting. Obviously they got two really good bigs and just players around him. So it's a very tough team. I think they're in the playoffs right now. So very, very tough team, physical team, can shoot it, and they're led by Cade, who can do everything.
Is the beauty of the NBA is a night like last night can happen, and then 24 hours later you get the opportunity to just kind of put it in the rear view.
Yeah, it's the beauty of this league. things aren't going well, you got to continue to work through it. Things are going the best. You got to stay humble and continue to work. No matter what, put the work in. You got to continue it and stay focused. Things can change for you like that. So I've been in this league a long time. And I've seen it. Obviously with myself and then with other players around. So just trying to be as much of the leader as I can and communicate to the guys like. Things aren't going our way. I feel like every loose ball, it's not going our way. You can't get back in transition. Like, it's just everything, but you got to just figure ways to fight through it and get closer and be tighter. And, tonight was a good start for us. So we get some rest and we got another one in a couple of days.
All right, we're going to stop it right there. We're going to keep it there. So we heard from Coach Ty Lue. We heard from Bogey. I didn't bother playing Zubac because, Zubac I've been playing him, quite, a lot lately. And, he just put up another night with Ivica Zubac. It's just another night. That's how I wouldn't Ivica Zubac. It's just another night for him. So, what's already understanding got to be explained. So I'm going to leave Zubac out of this one. But we got to talk about the main attraction. We got to talk about the player that, had the historic night. We got to talk about the guy who led us last night. And it was echoed by not just, the masses, but it was echoed by, his teammates, Bogdanovich, and you had Ty Lue speaking about his mindset going into the game, yada, yada, yada. So we got to talk about the main attraction. So Harden last night, what do you have? I just put it up there. He had 50 points off of 14 for 24 from the field, 6 for 13 from the 3, 16 for 20 from the free throw line. 20 free throws he had last night, 5 assists, right, and 5 turnovers and 4 rebounds. Plus mine was a plus 13. So, and he played 38 minutes. So, first off of a performance standpoint, that was the first 50 ball in the Intuit Dome. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the last, but James Harden just put up the first 50 ball in Intuit Dome history. So definitely that's, monumental. That's a landmark. You got to give him congrats for that. And based off of what he did, that wasn't something that is usual. That's not a usual thing, right? Watching this game from start to finish, watching in the first quarter him dropping 23 points, watching in the second half, continuously bait defenders into fouling him, how hot he was from the 3-point line, how he's getting to his spots, the pep in his step, everything just putting together for James Harden last night. And the mindset he had coming into the game was just, let me go in here and just, set the tone early. It's really nothing that you can really say that showed like he came in there to try to get that win. Last night, you could see it in his play. He was trying to, carry the team. His mindset, I think, in that first quarter was to pretty much set the tone because he understood out the gate that there was nobody else to really create much offense by themselves outside of Bogdanovich. So we had to try to find some cushion. So that first quarter, he wanted to find cushion. He played the entire first quarter, got them up by, a nice little lead to the point where if they do come back, I'm talking about Detroit, which they did, that it would give them a lead that bench to rest. So just coming in with that mindset and then, constantly throughout the rest of the game, setting the tone. He had the right mindset. Coming off the back-to-back last night, playing, close to 40 minutes, like Coach Lue said. I think a lot of people look at, some of these guys' performances and, anybody can do that. Well, not everybody can do that. It does take a special talent to, be able to do that, have those type of performances. Now, off the contrary about what James Harden just did. Listen, James Harden is one of the, and let's just put everything aside, he's one of the greatest players we've seen. And when I talk about offense, I'm talking about the to score and to be able to facilitate. You're talking about a guy, I think there was a list last night where there was like a top 5 list of I forgot the actual feat, but it was him, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, and 2 other players on that list. And one of the players on that list was James Harden. and it was like a elite list that those 5 players were on, and it had to do something with scoring. I can't remember the exact list it was. Somebody can probably help me in the comment section. But offensively, the reason why James Harden has a fan base is because of his, what he did in Houston. Those 8 years, as far as what we seen in the regular season, was monumental. There was discussions at one point that this guy is arguably the greatest scorer of all time. Is he the greatest scorer of all time? That's how crazy that streak was. It was him, Will, Kobe, Jordan. Those 4 guys were in discussion when James Harden was going nuclear. And so when people talk about James Harden, they reminisce them all the way back to what he did in Houston. As y'all come and hit that like button. So as far as just his it's as far as what he did, that's not something that's normal. He's one of the most talented, gifted offensive players that you can say. Now, I'm going to talk about this in the contrary as well. But what he did last night was nothing short of, spectacular. We can talk about the free throws. He had the 20 free throws, which I agree. All the fouls that he was getting, definitely contribute to the scoring, which, like, we have to also be, strictly honest that those type of shots that he gets, if those fouls don't go his way, it might look a lot different. But he got the fouls, and he made his free throws. So we can only go by what happened. And that was a 50-point, per game performance. So we got to, judge him by that. So over the last few games, I've been getting on James Harden for taking care of the ball, not getting back on defense, shooting it, low efficiency all game or all year, yada, 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 all that stuff, which is true, which was valid. But I will give him credit when he does what he needs to do. And last night, he took over. He led the team. He did it without, our main guys in the lineup. That was something that we have to give him credit for, because that was a must-win game last night. The amount of losses we were piling up, we're already in the 9th seed. We were already the 9th seed. We were able to prevail. We had to get that win last night, or we would probably been, even further down. You got Phoenix, who's trying to climb up. You got Dallas, who hasn't felt out completely yet. So we're not in an advantageous situation. We might see ourselves in the play-in. So because of that, we need as many wins as we can get. So listen, on the court, James Harden, what he did and how he plays, I'm not a fan of how he plays. I mean, even last night, his shots were falling. His 3-point shot was falling. He's had many games. He made a living of playing a certain style of play. Ball dominant, the ball sticks to him, yada, yada, yada. And you have to play in his system. Something else that I realized too, and I just remembered, Harden seems to succeed when the offense is focused primarily on him. So let me explain what that means. All those years in Houston when he was putting up the 40s, the 50s, the 60-point game performances, there had to be a certain group of players that were around him for him to be able to do that. Guys who were, good, who can shoot the 3-point shot, good spacers, good lob threats, stuff like that. But they didn't really have like another star right by him outside of Chris Paul, who was aging. Other than that, James Harden is more of a guy who seems to flourish with a lot of role players. Now that might sound crazy, but when the offense and the team is centered around his level of play, his playing style, you'll see those 40, 50, 60-point game performances and stuff like that. When you have him surrounded with players that fit his style of play, you can get performances like you did last night. That's why, okay, well, Kawhi didn't play, Norman didn't play. Ben Simmons and Derrick Jones Jr., all you had really as another threat offensively like that was If it's Zubac and you have Bogdanovic who is hitting 3-point shots, so they don't get in James Harden's way to do what he needs to do on the court. You see the pep in his step. You see him be a little bit more quicker, a little more tighter with his handle, sharper, making his shots, his free throws. Everything just fell into suit. So that makes me think about the next 20 games that we have. We have to find our ways to find ourselves to compete. Now, previously I said that we cannot survive under the James Harden system, and I stand by that. I believe for the Clippers to win a championship, you have to go through Kawhi Leonard. Why is that? Because there's going to be games where his shot ain't going to be falling. It's going to be games of James Harden. Because your shot, James Harden is one of the type of players, when his shot ain't falling, his game deflates. What does that mean? If he doesn't see the ball go through the net, he gets a little bit more disinterested. You see him like kind of, walking back on defense, jogging back on defense, yada, yada, yada. And that's going to hurt the team because you need James Harden to come to suit because he's one of your top players, right? That's one of the type of players that he is, that if he doesn't see the ball go through the rim, then his game's going to deflate. But when the ball is going through the hoop, like a lot of players, not just him, but it takes a special player to continuously play when their shot ain't falling, right? It's a team like the Lakers the other night. His shot wasn't falling. You guys can see it in his mistakes, turnovers, yada, yada, yada. Game against the Suns the other night. Shot wasn't falling. You can see the effect. But, last night against the Pistons, his shot was falling. Looked great. His pep in his step. Nobody could stay in front of him. He baited Dennis Schroeder, who he's stronger than, bigger than. He got past him, was able to score easy teardrops, push shots. Kate Cunningham, he continuously baited him on the defensive end. Tim Hardaway Jr. continuously baited him on the defensive end. Like just picking everybody apart one by one. That's what he's great at doing. That's called being crafty with the basketball. So that's what it is with him. You don't want to invest in that. James Harden is going to have some great games in the postseason as well. He's guaranteed to at least have at least one or two great games each round he plays in, which to me should be enough because I think Kawhi can carry the rest. But what I'm saying is you don't want to roll with that at the end. You want James Harden to be a complimentary player to a guy next to Kawhi Leonard. Now, a regular season game like last night, you can surround him with you surround him with. He can have a special monumental night like he did. I've seen it happen numerous of times. I've been watching James Harden ever since he was at Artesia High School out here in LA. Right? James Harden used to be a athlete / shooter, and he was a great defender. But ever since he left OKC, that went down. Right? So now he primed himself to be a scorer, to a facilitator, to now he's a third. So he's been able to adapt his game offensively. Right? As far as being a scorer and a facilitator. But the intangibles of him, that is what he has to sacrifice to be able to help this team because you have a guy who's better than you. Now, I saw somebody in the comment section say, well, why not just play through Harden and let Kawhi Leonard and Powell be the second, third option? You cannot do that. You cannot do that. Because there's going to be games James Harden's shot's not going to be falling. And you're going to need somebody to be efficient, score the ball down the clutch, and take the energy out of the opposing team. See, Kawhi Leonard is different. When his shot's not falling, he's still engaged defensively. He's still talking. If his shot's not falling, he's still doing other things on the court. He's rebounding the ball. He's playing defense, right? He's not turning the ball. Like his game ain't going to dwindle because he's missing shots. Has a bad shooting night, which is almost unlikely for the most part. Norman Powell's been cooking all season. He's been at 48, 49%. You have to continuously feed him the ball. You don't want to take away from what's been working all year. To the person that asked me in the comments, why not just play Harden the first option and let Powell and Kawhi be a second, third option? Because what's been working all year is Norman Powell being the first option, Zubac being the option where he gets the ball, he's been the most efficient, and then James Harden basically setting the table. Now, this is my question. James Harden offensively is capable of having nights like he had last night because of this type of scorer, offensive threat that he is. But that is not going to be that's not what's going to happen in the postseason. You're not going to be the number one option in the postseason. So how can you do other ways to impact the team? Are you willing to spot up and shoot 3-point shots after dumping the ball into Visca Zubac? Are you willing to swing the ball and play in an offense with Kawhi Leonard that's more efficient than yours? Are you willing to take off, do the extra things to help your teammates out? We know offensively, you know, assisting and facilitating the ball when the ball is in his hands, he can do that. But also, we know that he turns the ball. If he had 5 turnovers last night, that's just a given. That's what's just going to happen, which is cool. But if you're doing other things on the court and helping impact everybody else, then that's what actually will give us the edge in that position. I think he can be very vital, but he has to be in a role where it's comfortable and it's actually suitable for him. He can shoot the ball. James Harden's a very, very good post defender. Quiet is kept. Very quick hands. Any star can be utilized if you built the right team around him. This team actually has been built around James Harden for the most part. You brought in Bogdanovich. You brought in Amir Coffey. They can both shoot 3-point shots. You have a team. You have a big who can roll to the basket in Visca Zubac. I mean, a lot of this stuff, Norman Powell's a 3-point threat. Derrick Jones Jr. is a lob threat. You've got a lot of guys that really fit his game, which is part of the reason why this season we've been able to hold foot, because when you do build around James Harden, you are going to be guaranteed pretty much, somewhere in the a pretty good can't even talk. You're going to be guaranteed at least a pretty competitive regular season, even at 36 years old. But now that Kawhi Leonard's back on the court, and you saw what James Harden did, we got, I think, another, few more back-to-backs. We know Kawhi ain't going to be playing in those. So this might be something that's positive. Now James Harden, depending on the team he plays up against too, he can have nights like this where he can just pretty much score the basketball, especially with Norm not playing, because you don't have to share with nobody other than Zubac and, Bogey and, players like that. James Harden, man, like I said before, off the court, actually he's a pretty solid guy off the court. If you quiet as kept, he gives to the community quite a bit. He's interactive. He's just a regular urban LA type of cat off the court. Right? So when people say, "Oh, you hate James," I don't hate. First of all, I don't hate nobody. I'm specifically talking about the game of basketball. And unfortunately, the way he plays the game has not gotten him a championship. And I feel that's actually unfortunate, because I believe he's so gifted that if he just adjusts his game and adapt, he can be even better. Y'all recall when Kevin McHale was his coach in 2015 with Houston? I wish that Kevin McHale stayed his coach and he never got Mike D'Antoni. Because if y'all remember against the Clippers, which was us, I wasn't a fan at the time. I was with the Lakers. RIP to Kobe. Kevin McHale did something to James Harden that I feel Ty Lue needs to do to him. When he's not playing winning basketball, he needs to have a seat. So when Kevin McHale benched James Harden that game 6, and Corey Brewer and Josh Smith were, the ones that got them that win in that vital game 6 and got them back into that game, and James Harden was on the bench, you saw in game 7, James Harden was very, very productive. See, players like that need to be coached. You don't need to coddle them. If you take the ball at James Harden's hands and actually tell him, like, look, you're going to play through the system that's been foolproof to win, it will actually help him. But if you don't give him no type of order or structure, you'll see what happened with him and Mike D'Antoni. a lot of points, a lot of great statistical seasons, no championship to show for it. No finals appearance to show for it. That's it. That's the only grief I've had with James Harden is his style of play. That's it. It's not how he is off the court. It's not about anything. It is how he plays basketball. But off of games like that last night, you got nothing from me. That was James Harden, vintage him. That was the guy that we needed. He led us. He did what he needed to do, and you gotta give him his flowers. That he was consistent throughout start. He was consistent from the beginning. From the beginning to the end of that game, he was consistent. So I'm gonna give him that respect on that note, man. Like, but now we gotta look at the future. We gotta look at what these next 20 games are going to entail. Do you sit Kawhi Leonard again on tomorrow, which they're not gonna do, or are you going to play him? Because the Harden system ain't gonna get us no championship. So he's gonna have to be the one to adapt his game, not the other way around. We're not asking Kawhi Leonard to adapt his game. Kawhi won a championship. Kawhi has a title. We're not adapting Kawhi's game. But I'm gonna go and let y'all in. If y'all want to come up in here and cook, let me see. He said Kawhi never scored 50 in his life. You're right. We got 2 championships. That's the difference between him and Harden. You know what I mean? He said Harden packed the paint last night. From what I saw, he got fouled on a lot of his shot. Yeah, he got fouled in the paint, but them 3-point shots. I mean, he baited in Kate Cunningham. He baited in Tim Hardaway Jr. He baited in their center. I can't remember. I think his name is Duran or something like that. He baited those guys in. You know, and it's hard. And he said something. It's difficult to guard that because as good as he is drawing fouls, is as good as he is with the idea that he can shoot the 3-point shot. I mean, he ain't even been shooting the ball even well this year, but he still baits defenders to think he's like a 45. People guard like he's a 45% 3-point shooter. But the idea of him making shots is what scares the hell out of opponents. Let me see. He said, told y'all next 3 games the Clippers were going to win. Two to go. Ty Lue had a little better rotations in this game. Yeah, because Ty Lue ain't had really nothing to really think about because 4 guys were out. 4 of his main guys were out. Four guys were out. He said, bogey or coffee. You can play whichever one's playing better that day. If bogey's playing bad, you play coffee. If coffee's playing bad, you play bogey. It just depends how the game going. He said, well, Kawhi should play as much as possible. His body needs to get ready for the grind of the playoffs. Yeah. I think he's gonna ramp it up even more when the playoffs come. You see. You guys that got Kevin fired. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. Maybe if he kept Kevin McHale, he would have had a championship or at least a finals run. If he kept him, maybe if he kept Chris Paul, they would have got to the finals. You know what I mean? So when you have a talent like that, you can't let him just do whatever he wants to do and run your organization. That's why I felt Ty Lue has been doing, not sitting him when he needs to be sat, not disciplining him. You're not supposed to let your players overtake your team. That's the reason why they let Kevin McHale go. And you already know Harden has something to do with that. They won the series. How did Kevin McHale get fired? So I think, Kevin McHale got championships with Boston. Like he obviously understands what to do, how to win. But I just dropped a link for y'all to come in. Let me go through some of these other comments. Let me see anybody else that come in. Old man says, salute BJ. I think Kawhi, Norman, Ben, and Derek should sit out next game, and so Harden can do his thing again. Maybe we will go back on a winning streak. We got New York and Sacramento. I'm not so sure about this New York game. I think Kawhi has to play because you don't want you gotta also think about this too. The Pistons backcourt defensively, James Harden, ate alive. Dennis Schroeder and Tim Hardaway Jr. are, not doing anything with James Harden. And then Cade Cunningham, he got him into foul trouble early. That's different from, I think, the Knicks, where you got OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, who are longer, more athletic. They'll give him a little bit of an issue. So you don't want to put James Harden by himself against the Knicks. So I wouldn't do that. That's just me. Derek, I don't know. I think they say Derek Jones is close to being back. We know Norman's gonna be out. Ben Simmons is probably gonna be out. So I think Kawhi will be playing against the Knicks for sure. I think he'll definitely be playing against the Knicks. I got a lot of comments, man. I got a lot of comments. Who should I look at? I'm trying to figure out what comments I'm looking at. He said 50-point games or championship, Mr. Felton. Championship. For sure. Renee Zarate says Kawhi's career high is 45, I believe. Nas 48 against the Sacramento Kings in 2023. But yeah, I think it's 48. He said, TD says, does anyone know when Ben Simmons got hurt? I didn't see it. No one did. That's what we don't understand what's going on. He's not even on the bench. He's not even on the bench. He's not even at the games. Like, he's not even on the bench. That's why I'm saying something. I don't know what's going on with that. That's a little bit strange to me. You know what I'm saying? DJJ was there. Who else was there? DJJ was there. You had Norm was there, and somebody else was there. DJJ, Norm, and Kawhi. All three of them were there last night. Unfortunately, we had somebody else that wasn't there. That was Ben Simmons. I gotta find out what happened there. What's good, man?
Hey, appreciate you, man. Hey, just calling. I was in your comments. Is Quinn. I'm in my early 50s, dog. I've been a Clips fan since 84, 85. by God. I heard, I
Yeah,
appreciate your
I'm
show.
sorry,
I
bro.
was just
Your
yesterday.
video's a little bit static. I can't hear you.
Hear me now?
Try to say a sentence.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you probably just gotta keep talking.
Oh, okay. I just turned the volume up. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I when it comes to James, I hear what you're saying, but I honestly feel like this is James's team now. I health issues.
Yeah,
It's understandable. The talent is
yeah, it's going in. Try to hold on. I'm gonna click you in and click you out again.
okay.
Cause it's still staticky. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
All right, Quentin, try to click the link again. It's in the comments. See if it worked. But I think it's your connection, dog. I think it's your connection. Yeah, Kings, they say he's been losing since '84. Yeah, I can't see how people can be a fan since the '80s, bro. That's torture. I'm sorry. Old man says Harden has to play against Josh Hart next game. Who wins that matchup? Shit. Josh Hart, if he plays how he usually plays, that's gonna be a hell of a night because he's gonna try to speed him up. Yeah, I don't know. I would expect Harden to use his aggressiveness on a guy like Josh Hart, but I wouldn't want Kawhi out that game. No, sir. Hey, Quinn, if you can click that link again, it's right there in the comments, my bro. E. Gibson said, "I'm from downtown Seattle. I'm 55. Trust me, I remember the LAC back then." Okay. No, they've been, man. They're not good. Okay. Device isn't connecting yet. Yeah, it's still not connecting. All right, try to go again, man.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't start losing connection again.
Okay. Yeah, I went ahead and changed my my earphones, but I was commenting on what you said about James and your opinion about as far as Kawhi. I respectfully disagree. I believe this is James's team now. We would like for it to still be Kawhi's, but unfortunately, Kawhi isn't dependable because of his health issues, like we would like him to be. Um, the transition is there. Look how much better Zubac is. And I heard what you said about he hasn't won a championship, but the team he was on, you got to Chris Paul didn't get hurt, they probably beat Golden State. I mean, we can't say for certain, but and I heard what you said. James not doesn't play defense and whatnot. Yeah, he sometimes he does struggle on defense, but he creates shots for his other teammates. by driving and dishing and setting people up. I just see it. This is, it took me a while. I would like for us still to be Kawhi's team, but James has just been too dependable.
Okay.
It's just yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to hear everything. It's kind of in and out, but you're saying, so I just want to recap. You're saying James Harden should be the first option?
Yes. I'm saying James Harden should be the first option now because of his availability, how dependable he's been, and we just have to take his flaws. Would you rather deal with James Harden's flaws, knowing that he's dependable and he's going to be there, as opposed to when Kawhi, every time Kawhi goes up for a shot and he lands down from the rim, man, I'm watching him hoping he don't grab his knee or something. That's just too much. We just have to. Let's think about the situation.
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna say. All right. So first of all, I don't think I've seen you before. So welcome to the show, Quinn. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna say this about breaking down what you said. So you first said that James ain't Kawhi is not dependable, and I definitely see that. I definitely agree with that. But last 4 years, that's been my biggest pick with him. He hasn't been available, but I'm only talking about what's on the court. So with James on the court this year, right? We got as high as I believe the 5th seed this season. So
Right.
you surround James. What do you need? You need lob threats. You need 3-point shooting. You need guys that can roll to the basket. Guys like that are what James needs around him to be successful. Now, if we look at his entire career since going back to Houston, where he's been the number one option. Now, 8 seasons he's with Houston, he went to 2 conference finals. He's had multiple individual accolades, 4-time scoring champion, 1-time assist champion, all-star thing, I think every single year in Houston. He's durable. All that's true. So I look at a player's peak on what type of player they can reach. And obviously Houston was his peak. So you spoke on the 2018 playoffs. Chris Paul got injured, which is true. And I actually agree. I think Houston would have beat Golden State. They had a chance to beat them that year. Chris Paul gets hurt in game 5. They go up 3-2. They lose both games back to back. The next season, they have another opportunity to do the same thing in the second round. KD doesn't play the whole entire series. He misses the entire series. Chris Paul and James Harden are against Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. They lose game 6 on their own home court. So that was a year that I was like, okay, this is the time to get his get back. Because, see, Kawhi went through the same thing in 2017 with the Spurs. Kawhi got hurt. He didn't finish the series. The Warriors beat them. 2019, he got his get back on Golden State. KD gets hurt. So I'm not really faulting him for what he did in 2018. I'm saying, okay, you didn't finish in 2019. That's why I'm like, okay, it's only a certain high this guy can get to win a championship. He's had teammates. He's had opportunities to do it. He's been in great positions. He's had teams built around him. And it hasn't ever got to a point. It got to a point where there's always somebody just a little bit better than him. So we have one of those guys on the team making $150 million a year. Now, granted, he's not as available as James Harden. But when he is available, when it looks like it's going to be this year, and we see what the team needs for us to win and why we haven't won, then I got to roll with that over the guy who he gets you there, but he doesn't get you over the hump. We got to know what we're trying to. Are we trying to win a championship or just trying to be competitive? I think he dropped. Taz, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's good, Taz?
Man, same old shit, just another day at work, man. How you doing, brother? Shit. But on that game last night, I tried to tell y'all, man, it's gonna be a different look since these last couple of losses. The last two losses that we had were atrocious. And I believe that's the reason why James Harden had that mindset, to come in and get buckets. But I do see a way that we can get past the Knicks. I don't think James Harden is going to be the X factor in that game. In that game, I think it's going to be a Vita Zubac. That a Vita Zubac versus Cat matchup is going to be one to look at. But just to go back on the game last night, that was pretty good team ball by the role players last night, man. I really did appreciate how everybody was moving. Everybody was moving too. Like it was not a slow-paced game. Detroit forced us to, play at a different pace. I mean, at the same time, thank God for James Harden with his free throw painting and shit like that. Even though I still didn't like the way it looked last night, it got us to win. I mean, I guess I feel more how Rockets fans felt because just watching him go to the free throw line 10 times, is weird to just see because you don't see that often coming from most superstars in the league. I mean, SGA is the closest thing to James Harden right now, and SGA can get to the free throw line at least 8 times. I don't think I've seen him get there 10 times. That's just. But I ain't gonna knock James Harden. He showed up last night, so I can't just sit here and discourage the man for him actually showing up and playing how he should play. And to your point, BJ, yeah, it's exactly what you said. As long as James Harden got the will, he's gonna be himself. It's just when you insert the Norman Powells and the Kawhi Leonards, he doesn't understand fully how to get everybody involved while also keeping himself in rhythm. But just looking at last night, I love the way Zubac played. I mean, going 50+% from the field again, double again, great defense. I loved it. Bogey finally is starting to cook up a little bit. That is a good thing to see, especially with a feisty defense like Detroit. But man, it was a pretty good win last night. I'm not impressed. Not even gonna lie, I'm still not impressed with how we won that through James Harden. But a win is a win, and I'm gonna take it. So on to the next game. Hopefully, they can keep this up.
Are you up here? Hello.
Yep.
Oh no, I didn't think I was gonna be in this quick. No, go ahead and finish.
I was done. BJ, go ahead.
All right, let me. Yeah, Quinn, we can hear you. We can hear you. I'm gonna go around the panel and I'm gonna get back to what you and I were talking about. Let me get to Rob real quick. Let's get Rob.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, what's up, BJ, man? Wow. Look, I'm gonna say this, man.
First of all, Rob, I told you, but go ahead.
Hey, Taz, I was gonna give you and Skills y'all credit because y'all both called yesterday. James Harden gonna have a game last night, and what happened? He ended up having a fucking game. Oh, man, you know what's funny, Taz, is not everybody. James Harden the savior. James Harden the savior. This is what I was scared of, man. Because now, James Harden ain't got nothing to lose now.
Right.
Everybody. But it was a good win. It was a good win. I think a lot of us on the panel, we figured that they were gonna come out and win. Like, it was a must-win last night. Let's be real. If we would have lost that game last night, man, we probably would have it would have gotten even worse. But it was a good win. James Harden finally started hitting his shots. Zoo played his game. And you know what? The biggest X factor yesterday was Bogey. Bogey finally started hitting his shots. Man, Bogey started hitting his shots, man, and that was big for us. We needed it last night off the bench, and you know, Chris Dunn again. Chris Dunn, bro, like BJ. Chris Dunn is becoming the man, bro. And honestly, he is the only one I trust right now. Like realistically, like going every night and knowing what you're gonna get out of him, Chris Dunn is that guy. And yeah, he's not gonna give you a lot of points. Honestly, if Chris Dunn can give me 8 to 10 points a game, I'm cool with that. He ain't got to do too much more than that because he's playing so hard on the defense and he's everywhere, man. And like I said, it was a good win. I gotta give it to Taz and Skills because I really didn't think Harden was gonna come out and play like that. But he came out and played his ass off. He looked like he wanted to win last night, which is all I've been asking for. I just want him to come out and play like he want to win. That's it. Other than that, man, you know, like I said, let's go Clippers.
All right. Let me go to we gotta go to what was it, Skills, JM, and then we got my man Dom, and then we got Matt. What's good, Skills?
What it do, BJ? Salute to the panel. Salute to the Pull Up Podcast. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. Good, solid channel with good content. Bro, I'm not impressed. I mean, I didn't think we would win the game last night. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we would win, but James Harden having a 50-point game is it's not something that's abnormal. It's something that he's very capable of doing. But it doesn't override the last 3 bad games that he's had. I mean, I'm glad he got 50. It was a must win, and he went out there and treated it like it was a must win. So kudos to him. But I'm always weary when he has games like this because, in my opinion, it does more harm than good. Because he has an issue with understanding what the clear pecking order is, and him dropping 50 points is not going to change that. If anything, is going to make it worse. He dropped 50 points in a game that we didn't have Norm, Kawhi, Derrick Jones Jr., or Ben Simmons. So what happens when they come back? It has to be some readjustments going on, right? It has to be some readjustments and redefining what the pecking order is. So last night was cool. It was a must win. We got the win, but I'm still not, I'm still not impressed with that. Bogey shot started to fall last night, but that's not a mystery either. Like when you have the ball in your hand more, you're gonna feel more confident with the ball. You'll be able to get more in a rhythm, and therefore your shot will start falling. Like it's not rocket science why his shot started falling, but can we say when all of those guys that I just named come back, is he gonna have the ball in his hand as much as he had it in his hands last night? And is his shot gonna, suffer because of that? So these are all questions that we still have. So last night was a good win, but it didn't answer some of the questions that I have, and it didn't solve some of the problems that I see. You have James Harden fans coming in here saying, "Oh, he dropped 50. He the man. He the GOAT. He my GOAT." If he your GOAT, then you just really don't understand what basketball is. You don't understand what
I told you.
yeah, you don't really understand what a great basketball player is if he your GOAT, and that's just me being real with you. So, and all in all, I'm not going to be all down. It was a good win. We needed to win, but me looking at the schedule to see who we got next. Me looking at the schedule, we got the Knicks, we got the Knicks tomorrow. We got the Kings on Sunday. We got the Pelicans on Tuesday, and we got the Heat on Wednesday. Right? We need all of these games. We need every last one of these games because after that, the schedule starts to pick up again. After that, because we have the Cavaliers, we have the Grizzlies, we have the Thunder, we have the Knicks again, we have the Cavaliers again, we have the Nets, we have the Magic. So our schedule gets real chaotic. So these games are games we're supposed to win, and we need to win. But salute to James Harden for getting the 50 points, but I'm still not impressed.
All right. Let me go to my man Dom. We're gonna go to Dom right now. What's good, Dom? Yo.
First of all, I just want to say one thing. Anybody coming on the panel, you will address James Harden as Big Harden. No more little Harden. We're not with none of that no more. Big Harden, all right? 54 points last night. Big Harden. You want to address him as big Harden. Straight up. My boy came out and sold out last night.
He's the guy she talking about.
I know everybody's not, I know it's not a win. Everybody want to hang their hat on, but listen, a win is a win. Something is better than nothing. Again, we can't get picky. We was out in the wilderness and we found food, so we can't complain. Now let's see if we can build up this momentum. Do I expect him to have another 50-point game? No. If he does, kudos to him. But we needed that win. We needed to win big. The Pistons whooped our ass last game. We couldn't stop them. What I'm realizing is when we're not hitting shots, we just don't have a chance. We just don't. Down the stretch in that game, we just kept, we made it close. We just kept going back and forth, until we eventually pulled away. So, like I said, we could just play defense down the stretch and, keep continuing to hit shots and Harden be more controlled. When he's more controlled and he's not going all over the place and dribbling between his goddamn legs 100 times, then we got a clear shot. But when he's doing dumb shit, we don't have a shot. So, like I said, it was a pretty good game yesterday. And hopefully we could build up that momentum. I ain't really got much to say.
All right, cool. So that was Dom. Let's go to JM. What's good, JM?
Hey, salute, pull up, salute, panel, chat, everybody. To me, it was we had to win. It was a must win. As far as Harden scoring 50 points, not impressed at all. He scored 41 points before. He scored 40. He scores points against bottom teams. That didn't impress me, but I'm glad he did it. We had 123 points. Harden scored 50 points. So that means our bench scored 73 points. What our bench scored was 73 points. So Harden's 50 points off of mainly free throws, it was good. We needed a jump start. That's cool. He did his thing, but he's done it before, and we lost. So, and we probably still would have lost if it wasn't for Bogdanovich, however you say his name is, in the fourth quarter. Because Harden went immediately into doing turnovers. Immediately. I don't know nobody. Like I said, he's a front runner. He started off quick. But sooner or later, he's gonna fuck up. And he did that. He did exactly. And now watch this. Yeah, and
God
people
damn, JM, yo, you can't say nothing
hold
nice
up,
about him, bro.
no, stop. It's my turn, man. It's my turn. Thank you. It's my turn. And again, right? So he scored 50 points. He almost made me lose track. He scored 50 points. He scored 41 points against the Wizards. He's going to do that. He's a scorer. I acknowledge that. But he immediately started fucking up in the fourth quarter. What we started doing different, like I said, somebody called Harden outside. He wouldn't even point guard that much. It's like we got Chris Dunn to bring the ball up across half court, and then they give it to him. But Donovan's like, nah, I'm good. In the fourth quarter, anyway, let me slow this down and rethink it and say it simpler. All of them points Harden scored. We were still a tie game, still a close game, right? So, and he only had 5 assists. So that means he took most of the shots. But thank goodness he didn't have the ball in his hand. And he thought he shot that ball clearer. He attacked. He did all of that. Like somebody caught him outside. So we got 75 points off our bench. But Donovich finding his range. And then the other caller before me was right. Before you was right. What happens when Kawhi and them come back? So yeah, Harden definitely played a different game because somebody caught him outside. But we're gonna see how long he's gonna stick to that. Because he did that with Bogdanovich, and Zoo had a big game. Chris Dunn had a big game. It was a collective effort, right? So now the real test for Harden is wait till our big dogs get back. Yeah, you gonna keep this up? Was this a show? He been having points like that. That was nothing impressive, and we still lost. But we needed that win. And the only thing it took was a little bit of straightening. Somebody called Harden outside, and he's playing a lot different. But that was with the bench. How long you gonna keep his ego in check? We about to find out for real. Go Clippers.
Salute, JM, salute. We got a few more people as y'all come here. Make sure y'all smash the like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, man. Let's go to my man, Mr. Mass. What's good, Mr. Mass?
Hey, what's up, fellas, man? Salute to you, BJ. Always great content. Everybody on the panel. I agree a lot with what JM just said. I also agree with what Skill said. You know, not impressed by the points at all. That's not what impresses me. You know, I don't think nothing changed yesterday. I don't think nobody talked to James Harden or somebody got in his ear. Kawhi didn't play. Simmons is not playing. Norman is not playing, and James Harden was in a game where, you know, he's expected to shoot off the shots. He took 24 shots last night. So, listen, he just had a night where the shots went in 14 for 24. That's all that was. No different scheme, no nothing. Right. And so that's why there's a phrase, you know, it's a make or miss league. The only bright spot I took away from last night was you guys got to win when you guys needed a win. Right. I was happy to see Zubac continue to play well consistently. Always Dunn shows high energy. You know, Bodon, right, hit some shots. Actually, he hit some tough shots too. And I think JM made a great point. This is why you just can't look at the 50 points and say, "Oh, he had a great game," or he's the end all be all, because the game was somewhat still in the balance late in the fourth, and then you guys pulled away. And the Detroit Pistons just had some bad possessions there. So it was a tie game, and then you guys pulled away. So, and JM talked about the 5 assists. He also had 5 turnovers, James Harden, that is. And so this isn't the measuring stick. Last night's not the measuring stick. The measuring stick is, can you get a good version of James Harden playing with Norman, Kawhi, Zoo, and the rest of the cast? I don't care what you do when you're by yourself and you're playing the Detroit Pistons team and you can shoot all the shots. Like that's not the measuring stick. So like Skill said, it's a tough schedule coming up. You know, this was a game that you guys probably needed to win. You got the Knicks, you got the Kings, and then, you know, it gets brutal. I mean, he read the schedule off. And so we'll see what happens. But last night, the only bright spot I took away was you guys got the W. And I'm not praising no dude who wants to pick and choose or who is sometimey. And here's my last point, and Skills made this point earlier. It's actually an indictment on James Harden, because you get a game like that last night, and then it leaves you scratching your head. And then mentally, what does that do for James Harden? He's probably thinking, yeah, I'm the guy. Yep, see, I'm the guy. And then think about this, Skills. How does that make Tyronn Lue feel? You know, I mean, that's his guy, right? And so on to the next, man. Like, the Clippers need to be worried about their next 10, 15 games because it's brutal. But that's all I got for now, BJ.
That's a fact.
Salute, Mass. Salute to everybody. Everybody making great points. Let me go to my man E. What's good, E?
Salute, bro. Salute, BJ. Pull up.
Salute.
Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and donate, man, to BJ, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate what you do, bro. Skills, JM, Maz, everybody. Everybody make good points. I'm just kind of piggyback off of what everybody else already said, because this is who James Harden is. James Harden gets to play with bottom feeders and like role players who really don't have a lot of confidence. It's easy for James Harden to have all the confidence in playing his style of basketball. But this style of basketball is not conducive to winning. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know that for a fact. Like, him dribbling all day, getting to his step back. The difference between this game and the last 15 games that he played, the only difference is his shots went in. And the referees actually put his ass on the free throw line a lot. He shot damn near more than a quarter of the free throws that Detroit took for their entire team. So you have to put this stuff in totality, bro. This is just one of them James Harden games. He already had 40 points on a high volume of shots earlier in the season against not so good teams. Now, mind you, this game is a little bit more impressive because it came against one of the hottest teams in the NBA since the All-Star break, one of the best young teams that we've seen, good coaching, and one of the hottest teams coming into with as far as defensively. Detroit is one of them gritty, you know what I'm saying, really good defensive teams, and he kind of made it look a little easy, like he was like he turned back the clock to James Harden in Houston, like creating separation. He had a lot of mid-range step backs. He had some threes, so he was in a nice flow and a nice rhythm. But guess what? That nice flow and nice rhythm, I already knew he was going to come out and do that because we've been killing it. If you don't think these players listen to us on YouTube and the perception of them, bro, I know damn well he been listening to all the critics saying, James Harden is, James Harden that. So he came out last night extra aggressive. He didn't have none of his best players. So it was no pressure for him to do what he did. Once he gets all those other players back, he don't really fit in. His style of game don't fit in. It's not conducive to winning because guess what? He still had 5 turnovers, 5 assists. So that cancels each other out. That's actually a negative. It's not a 2-to-1 ratio, which it should be for somebody who handles the ball as much as he does. And then Bogey was able to play his natural game with not having a lot of pressure on him to make shots. He looked at like the Sacramento Kings and early Atlanta Hawks version of Bojan Bogdanovic. So that was a good sign for him. But what type of player is he going to be when all the rest of those guys come back? Like, because he doesn't even necessarily have a role. And I believe that this is the system that's messing up the Clippers because earlier in the year, it was straight defense and move the ball and get everyone involved. Lately, it's been everybody play one-on-one. You've been having Amir Coffey. I seen a possession in the game because I was watching the game. I seen a possession where Amir Coffey got a rebound, brought the ball up, and then passed to nobody and took the first shot trying to go one-on-one, and he missed. And I was just like, I see why the Clippers be losing, bro. Body movement, ball movement, bro, is what's going to get you quality offensive possessions. And guess what? A quality offensive possessions is going to set your defense up because now there's no live ball turnovers. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're getting fouled. You're stopping the game. You're allowing yourself to rest a little bit so you can go back down and set one of the top 5 defenses in the league up. But when you have bad possessions, it leads to bad defense. And that's what the Clippers have been doing for the last 2 months. They just been playing bad team basketball. There's no ball movement. There's no body movement. They're not exploiting the mismatches. Everybody is just trying to get theirs. It's trying to get there. So really that tells me there's no leadership. And one, it's a divide amongst who's the guy, who's the voice. Who are they listening to? Are they listening to Jeff Van? Are they listening to the third assistant who I seen yesterday was giving instructions? Are they listening to Ty Lue? What is Kawhi saying? Because we know he's more mild-mannered, but you know what I'm saying? He'll say something every now and then. Zubac came out in the media and was talking about this stuff. So it's just like, bro, they're all over. They're dysfunctional right now. You know what I'm saying? So they need to try, if they're trying to make a run to try to make it into these playoffs, which looks like they're probably not going to make it into one of the top 6 seeds, and they're probably going to be in a play-in. They need to get their act together, and they need to build some sort of chemistry, and the team morale needs to change. They need to get healthier. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it has to be some real concrete leadership if they want to be successful. Because this was the season I thought they was going to win the chip. But that's out the window. It's no way. I don't think they can win a chip. Not with all of this stuff that's going on, bro. Like, they don't look like a team, like, you know what I'm saying, that's poised to make a run. Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, we'll see what happens, though. But this is who James Harden is, bro. James, I'm not overwhelmed by it. It is what it is. Because guess what? He still didn't play no defense. He didn't play not one lick of defense. Every possession I watch him guard Kate Cunningham or whoever was Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson grabbed hella offensive rebounds. He had hella possessions in the dunker spot, and I seen that James Harden was the closest defender to him, which he didn't make a contest. He didn't even step. Like, I'm like, dude, like, you're not gonna win a championship thinking that you're the whole damn team. That's ego. It's not working. It didn't work in Houston. For damn show didn't work in no motherfucking Brooklyn. It didn't. Then he went to Philly. That didn't work. Now you bringing that toxic mentality over here to the Clippers, and that's not working. So
Hey,
they got a lot of decisions they need to make. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of decisions that need to be made in the offseason, real talk. Because the Clippers ain't gonna win shit with Ty Lue or James Harden. And that's just
hey,
the bottom line.
hey, guys, did y'all hear what he said after the game? James Harden. I think
No,
someone
what they
asked
say.
him about the fatigue thing. And he said, I'll rest when the season's over or something along those lines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surprise. How many minutes did he play last night?
What you mean you rest when the season over, motherfucker? You rest on defense every game. What are we
because
talking about?
on some real shit, if y'all ain't been paying attention, Harden is like what 30,000 points or some shit like that. Harden been breaking records the whole time. And y'all ain't been paying attention to Harden is on a selfish mission. But I can't hate on him. I ain't no hater. But he has been breaking a lot of records and they tribute him. He got the highest points in Tuit Dome. He got what, like I said, 30,000 points. Like he's been making individual records. That's why Kawhi said, fam, it's not about individual records. That meant about if you trying to win a ring. Harden is on a mission. So he's playing them games, and Ty ain't figured out how to pull him out yet. And Ty last night still couldn't figure. Even though Ty was frustrated, he said they dribble too much and all that. He already said it. Ty was like, "Oh, I'm frustrated." And the reporter said, "Yo, you tell them what to do all the time, over and over, but they ain't listening. So what do?" He was like, "Yo, he got a plan." Okay, he did put it up. I don't know if it was him or whoever else. Like I said, it got in his ear. Hardy did not bring the ball up a lot. They had K. Dunn bringing the ball up a lot. They had Bogdanovich bringing the ball up a lot. They had other players. Harden literally was getting the ball after we reached half court. And in the fourth quarter, Harden didn't really have the ball in the closing minutes. He did not. It's Bogdanovich hitting them threes. So that means even though Harden hit them 50 points, at the end of the game, I did what we hope would do. Keep the ball out of Harden's hands. That's how we won. That's how we got the lead.
The impact really came from
Yeah.
Bogdanovich. That was where the game was won
That's
on
what I said.
Bogdanovich's back
I
and not
said
James Harden.
Bogdanovich. Yeah, but
Those are
that's
empty
what I said.
stats. He had
That's
Bogdanovich.
empty
exactly why I said
stats,
the
bro.
X factor was. Yeah, but you
Those
know
were
what? I
empty
want
Yeah,
to
that's
say
stats.
that. I just
Like,
I just
bro,
want to say that you. Oh, go
you
ahead.
want to give
Go ahead,
James
bro. My bad. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say that I
no,
like
right,
that
buddy.
for the first
Understand.
time,
Why you want to
Salute
give
brought he
Harden this,
he let the
bro?
All
young
right,
guys
bro.
come out. You know Kobe Brown
Kobe
and Jordan
Brown
Miller played
played
some good
really,
minutes
really
last
well.
night.
Kobe Brown gave him some minutes.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant can help a lot with the rebounding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't really see anything that different. The stuff that we've been complaining about for the last couple of weeks, I really didn't see any of that addressed last night. Like to JM point, although Harden wasn't bringing the ball up the court, but the second they got past half court, they gave the ball right back to him. That ain't that big of a difference. He's just not bringing it up the court. And then, like, I didn't really see a lot of ball movement like I wanted. And even Bogey, like I said, he found his stroke last night. True, but he not on normal occasions. He's not gonna have the ball in his hand as much as he had it in his hands last night. So like, is his shot still gonna suffer because of that? Like, bro, it's too many holes, bro. We were missing 4 of our guys, not
It's
4
the
anybody. It's
system.
4 of our main guys. You know what I mean? 4 of our main guys.
System.
Yeah, just to
Ty
interject
Lue
real quick.
expired at the end of the season for
But
sure.
you gotta
Wait
remember
a minute. This is
that
what I don't understand.
Bogey come off the bench. So what the other caller said, you ain't gotta worry about Bogey getting a shot. But Bogey was only starting because our players was out, our starter was out. So as long as Bogey come off the bench, we can still score. We still good. Bogey found a shot. He ain't gonna be no starter. So
I
you ain't
want
gotta
everybody.
worry about seeing them
Y'all
doing
niggas
that
get
in the
mad when
starting
James
unit.
Harden do the bullshit,
James Harden is a bum.
but
He
y'all
been
don't
doing
never
what he
get mad
been
when
doing.
Norman Powell do the bullshit.
Yeah,
Norman
that's
Powell
why
do the same
Harden.
fucking shit James
Hold on,
Harden
hold on,
do.
hold on, JM. JM, I can't hear him. What you say, bro?
Yo,
Repeat what
everybody want to get mad when James Harden score. Norman
right.
Powell do the same fucking shit James Harden do. So what are we talking about?
No,
Now
that
you
ain't true.
alive.
Norman
alive.
Powell's hold on. Norman Powell's shots are within the frame of the offense. They're rhythm shots, timely shots. James Harden forces the offense a lot. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro, it's
But
the same shit this nigga
Norman Powell doesn't take 25 dribbles to get to a shot. It's either 1 or 2 dribbles to a shot, or he's catching and shooting. That's efficient, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. Is there times when Norman gets the bill, bro? I watch it. Norman does not give that fucking ball up, bro. I watch times when he get that ball, I'll be like, yo, pass it. And he fucking takes a shot. So he does the same shit. He's a fucking ball hog, bro. He does the same shit Harden does.
Yeah, no, he
Now, I'm not
doesn't.
saying
Bro, no, he doesn't, bro. He does not
I
do the
get it.
same shit that Harden does. Like, what are you talking about, man?
It's
Yeah.
impossible.
Harden fans, man.
It's only about like
come
4
on, man.
players in the
My
NBA that
ears,
play
bro.
the James Harden style of basketball, bro. It's only like 4 of those type of players who just
I
hold the
mean,
ball
fuck,
for the whole shot clock and then shoot it or pass it to somebody.
fuck James Harden. I gotta give a special
We can
shout
just look
out.
at the usage rates to know what you saying ain't true, dog.
Hey, I gotta give a special shout out though, because this is one thing that I had been worried about, and my shout out gotta go to Big Soup, because the thing is, Jalen Duren is one of the young, real talented, uber athletic, defensive minded bigs in the league, and Zubac last night made him look like a training call, and I really appreciate that. Because Zubac really, the fact that Zubac is getting comfortable, this is like his 3rd straight game with 20 points, 10 plus rebounds. Like, with this confidence, I mean, Zubac is doing his thing, bro. Exactly. The same thing for James. James Harden just got his 50 points, bro. Zubac just had a game of 35 points. He just came in and scored 20 points. 2 games before that, he had another 20 piece. Like, Zubac is out here doing the things consistently that we've been asking him to do, and he's containing these young.
No, you mean what you've been asking him to do. I ain't been asking him to do that.
You've been asking James Harden to do the same shit James Harden been doing, and James Harden is
fans, man.
just
This is
fucked up,
exactly what I
man.
was afraid of.
Hey, Rob, you right, bro. Rob, you right, bro.
These James Harden fans, man. This is exactly what I'm afraid of. Is here when James Harden got 50, bro.
Listen, at the end of the day, when Harden play like shit, we crucify him. When Harden give you a good game, we crucify him. Can't win or lose. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, listen, y'all don't like Harden, that's fine. Harden gets moved, I'm dying to see who y'all want to replace him for. I swear I'm dying to see.
The thing is, we're not crucifying James Harden right now because this game. We're yo, hold on,
Man, y'all gonna have to do one at a time, bro. The listeners can't hear y'all, bro.
Kawhi can replace him easily.
Listen, we all
He
can't
ain't
talk
better
at
than
one time. Somebody
Kawhi.
got to talk at one time.
Kawhi replaced him. Anybody could bring the ball down. We showed that Bogdanovich bring the ball down. Now
I
you wait
mean,
for Kawhi to come back. What Harden gonna be? A role player? Wait till Powell come back. What Harden gonna be? A
Harden to
role
guard
player?
somebody, bruh.
Yo, JM, yo, you bugging the fuck out, bro. JM, stop it, bro.
Be out there not giving
Wait till
effort
Powell
on
come
defense,
back.
bruh.
Wait till Powell come back. Wait
JM,
till Powell
stop it.
come back. Wait
JM,
till
stop.
Powell
A
come back.
nigga, bro.
Who gonna
All
be?
right, JM,
Who
listen
the
to me.
man?
Stop
So
talking about this nigga
Who
Harden
the
like he
man?
just some
No,
fucking bastard
who
on the
the
street.
man?
You
Powell
bugging
the
out, man.
man. Powell the man, son.
I
Powell the
mean,
man.
James. As
Kawhi the
much as
man.
James Harden did good
James
last
Harden
night,
disrespect is crazy,
He a
bro.
bum.
The James Harden disrespect is out of this world. This
I
nigga talk
mean, he
about Norman
deserves to
Powell
be
like
disrespected
hold
to
on,
a
bro.
certain
Hold on.
extent, in my
That's
opinion.
crazy.
Hey, let me ask you
This
a question.
nigga.
Where you rank James Harden all time, bruh?
Number
Who,
one.
me?
Huh?
Yo, BJ, yo, Brody, mute
I'm
everybody
asking
because
the
I can't hear
question,
him, bro.
bruh. Where do you
Go
rank
ahead.
James
I
Harden
couldn't hear
all
you.
time?
Everybody was talking over you.
Where do you rank James Harden all
You
time?
mean like as a
As a basketball
as an
player,
NBA
period.
player?
Yeah.
All right, so I put Harden. I ain't gonna
Top
hold you.
10? Top
King
15?
Floyd, I probably put Harden in it. Nah, I'll probably put him in top 25. And here's the interesting. He's not high on my list either. I'll probably put Harden maybe between 10 to 15. So anywhere between them numbers, he's there. But when this is what I'm trying to tell people, we can talk as much shit as we wanted. When said and done, this nigga's a first ballot Hall of Famer, and there's nothing we can do about it. So again, everybody gonna complain. Like I said, you got Russell Westbrook fans. You got niggas that want to holler, "Oh, Russell the Hall of Famer." So why the fuck is James Harden not? Come on, man. Why is James Harden
He's
not
Hall of Famer, but he's not top 15.
Because Harden a loser. Because Harden a
Listen,
loser.
like I said,
Hold on, let me ask you this though. If you put James Harden on Denver and Russell Westbrook back on the Clippers, who do you think has more impact on winning?
I think he's up.
Russell all day. He got heart. He tried to play defense. Harden is a loser. Period.
Because guess what? Hey, Denver is the number 3 seed, and they've been injured all season. They have a ton of injuries, but guess what? I know Russell Westbrook been bringing it every night, though. You say what you want about him. He impacts winning. Well, he ain't won no championship.
I like Russ.
He won't win a championship as the lead dog, but as a solid role player to a team, he can help your team win, bro. That's what you need. James Harden cannot do that.
That's why I was so like you guys. I was so, I was happy for James Harden getting 50, but I knew this was gonna come out of it, man. All the James Harden fans are gonna come out saying this. Oh, look what he's done. Look what he did for the
Can't
Clippers.
win for losing, bro, because James Harden is a selfish, egotistical ass person.
You know, it
I am
just.
the offense.
I'm really convinced that all these James Harden fans don't play defense, bro.
He's 35 years old, bro. You still holding on to that I am the offense? You need to go play with the Charlotte Hornets then, or a team that ain't playing for shit. Period.
Harden is literally another version of LeBron, just not smart as LeBron. He's not. If he was smart as LeBron was, he would at least jump to a team that was winning. Harden is a selfish ass player like LeBron is, but at least LeBron, I give him credit. He jumped to teams where he could just jump on and win. Harden couldn't even figure that shit out in 16 years.
I'm just so sick of it, man. Like the nigga, he scored 50, but like everybody's all jumping up for joy for him. But like, what the past 3 games? Like, what has he done?
Past 16 years. 16 years. It ain't
it's just crazy, man. Like how much these guys be dick riding James Harden, man. Like this James Harden is not good.
Well, the reason why the 50-point game last night.
Shit, bro. That shit. Go ahead, man. It's my bad.
I was gonna say, Leezy, the reason for me it's not impressive is because that's not what the Clippers need for them to be successful. I would have been more impressed if I saw James just have a good all-around 4 game, right? 6, 7 assists, 1 turnover, 4 or 5 rebounds, getting guys involved. The Clippers don't need James to drop 50. And so for me, that's why it's not impressed, because I need James to do what's required for the Clippers to win. And what he did last night, that's not conducive to winning. Like he said earlier.
Bro, man. They need him to be a defender.
Right, exactly. Right. They need him to modify his game and do something different off the ball. Right. Listen.
Hey, yo, just to interject, like somebody said defense. I hope I'm not yelling. If I'm yelling, let me know.
You're yelling, bro. Be quiet.
Okay. No, honestly, I can't control the volume on my phone. If I'm yelling, just like, yo,
Go ahead, JM.
Okay, all right, just to interject, right? Damn, I forgot what I was. The defensive part. Somebody mentioned the word defense. If you watch the game once again, like I've been watching, as somebody else said it wasn't even me who said it first. Harden just literally was standing there. Like when he got that bad call, you see the camera coming down with our team, you don't see no Harden. He wasn't even in the picture. So they down there he was literally he was on the other end, right? That shit happened all night, but it's been happening. Yo,
James
I mean,
Harden
I
don't run back
mean,
for nothing, man. He don't run back for defense for nothing.
it sounds like it's funny. It sounds like I'm trying to make a joke, but I'm really not trying to make a joke. It's just coming out like it's funny. The truth is, literally, you didn't see him on the other end. Like, where was he? Like, he just did. And then he's standing there. He was literally
Hey,
standing underneath the backboard,
He wasn't in the
and
camera.
people
hey,
were going past him, and he just
hey,
stayed there.
JM, this is
Oh,
why I give Chris.
hey,
This
they
is why I
was
give
playing
Chris
four on
Dunn such.
five. That's why.
This is why I give Chris Dunn such high praise right now, bro. He playing defense for both of them. Let's be
Right.
real.
But
He really is.
here's the thing about that about Chris Dunn though,
Hey, I got
like
a point.
like when all of our players are out like they are, and he having to play defense for his man and cover for hard man, now you got to run the risk of him wearing down, of him getting re-injured. Like things like that's gonna come in and make our team even worse. It's like he shouldn't have to be playing defense for him and Harden's man. We shouldn't even have to be hiding Harden. And it's crazy because the way that Mars just said that he needs to play, he actually can play that way if he chose to. If he chose to take a back seat, and if he chose to focus on assists, trying to get rebounds, boxing out, and playing a little bit of defense, playing the passing lane, he could do those things if he chose to. He's choosing not to, and that's what irritates me about Hart.
Because you
He
know
still
why?
thinks he's the number one guy, but he's not.
A lot of that shit is built into their contracts. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like making an all defensive team ain't gonna get them no extra incentive. So they don't give a fuck about playing D. But scoring a lot of points, that's gonna get them extra money. It's all based off of money why these players play weird. Like where you be like, why
I
you can't
blame.
give maximum effort on defense, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
It makes
I
no
feel you.
sense.
I blame the NBA for that though. The
Of
NBA,
course.
the way
That's
these
the NBA
fans.
problem. Yeah.
No, it really is, bro. Because the way these fans look at basketball players now and only look at one end of the floor, only look at the off,
Analytics,
bro, only look at the
stats.
offensive end. That's the only way a
Right.
person like Harden could ever be a GOAT in your eyes. That's the only way that
Right.
Harden could ever be a top 15 player in your eyes is if you're only looking at the offensive side of the basketball.
That
Well, I
part.
got news
Yeah.
flash for some people who really understand basketball, or the people listening to this channel. Basketball is played on both ends of the court. It's no mystery why the guys we give the high praises are the guys who play on both ends. You got to be able to get stops in the highest moments. And if you can't do that, if you can't give stops, if people don't even respect your defensive prowess, you are not in the top 15. You're not considered no GOAT. You may be considered a GOAT to these new generation who only watch the offensive side of the ball, but it has to be some respect put on the defensive end. And you know, that's why I don't take a lot of these guys serious, man. This dude got on here and said James Harden is in his top 15.
Right.
Dude,
And
lost his
don't be
mind.
fooled. Hey, y'all. Hey, and don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by Rudy Gobert's accolades too. He is a terrible defender. So
Well,
don't
he's
be
a
fooled
James
by
Harden fan.
Rudy
I should tell you
getting
everything you need to
Player of the
know.
Year awards. Okay. Hey, let me add one point that I wanted to make. Everybody thought I was crazy when I was saying Kevin Porter Jr. is better than James Harden. Like, you know what I'm saying? They should have started Kevin Porter Jr. and what's the name ass to the bench. I was dead ass serious. Kevin Porter Jr. is better than James Harden, bro, because he doesn't need to take 100 threes. He can get his teammates involved, and he's going to play defense. He went over to Milwaukee. He didn't complain. He ain't celebrating. He out there doing everything that Doc Rivers asked him to do. He's playing hard on both ends of the court. He had a triple-double the other day. The other game, he exploded in the fourth quarter with like 15, 16 points. The dude is over there helping that team. He's helping Dame Lillard look really good now because he's defending all of the guards. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when he was with the Clippers, you don't want to realize it. Kevin Porter Jr. was one of the reasons why the Clippers were a top 5 defense and why they started off so hot. Even in the minutes that he
Elise,
got.
I've been saying for the
Even in the little
longest.
small minutes that he got, real talk. It was impactful. His minutes were
Real,
impactful.
but real talk, I was the first one to say this from the beginning that he wasn't here to be here that long. Yeah, he's a
That's
great
sad.
player. I kept saying he was a great player when we brought him in. It's like, why you bring? I like, yo, but the situation with him, it was that he went out of the league because he had a Kobe situation, a domestic whatever. He beat the case. right? But there was no team gonna fuck with him. You can't. We caught a lot of backlash from getting a player who went out for what, like So Steve Ballmer, believe it or not, they from Seattle. Him and Kevin, they both from Seattle. KPJ actually used to sleep over at Ballmer House in Seattle. There was a connection, but there was no way he was going to stay here because of the backlash when you dealing with a player who went out with women abuse. So we caught a lot of backlash.
But that's whack though, JM. If he got fouled,
I just want to end it with that. I just want to end it with this. So
That's
what
sad,
happened was,
bro.
no, yeah, it's sad, but he got a solid. What he got a chance was somebody who knew him gave him a chance back into the league. He was overseas. Ain't no team was gonna pick him up. But since our owner knew him since he was a kid, gave him a chance to come back, right? Bring him back to the league. Played him all the minutes. He played all the minutes to show that he could still play. And he went right to the team he went to is Doc Rivers' team.
And he's from
Doc
LA.
Rivers,
He's from LA.
Crazy, man.
I mean, well, salute to Ballmer for that. But I mean, if the young man got found innocent, then that's whack as hell to me that he getting blackballed for some shit that he actually didn't do. And that's
No,
the
he
other shit. That's the other
almost
problem that I
he
have.
almost got blackballed. He almost got blackballed. If it wasn't for
They dropped the
Steve
charges,
Ballmer,
bro. They
he would
dropped all
never
the
been back in
charges.
the league. He would never be. Yeah, I know, but it's just a perception. Now,
Yeah,
we talk about
Man, hey,
it's a
check this
perception.
out. And you really one of them people, I don't care about all that other shit. If you can ball and I know that you're a dog, you can play for my squad. All that other shit is fine too.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? If I know you gonna give 100%, if I know you gonna give 100% effort,
Not when you
I'm
in
chasing
LA.
that all day. I don't care.
I would be on your side, JM. I would be on your side, JM, if he actually did it. But if the young man didn't do it, it's whack as hell that he blackballed and people got a perception of him
No,
or some
people,
shit
it wasn't.
that he
No, it
didn't do.
wasn't.
You know what I mean?
Ballmer did
That turned out not to be true.
Hey,
Ballmer
Skills,
didn't
even if he did do
blackball
it,
him.
everybody
No,
deserves a
Ballmer,
second chance, bro.
Hey,
He
Everybody
couldn't
deserves a
JM.
second
no.
chance.
Hey, JM.
Ballmer's a billionaire. Are you kidding me? Ballmer is a billionaire.
Hey,
He
you're
took a chance
not
to
listening,
get him back
JM.
in the league.
JM, you're
Ballmer
not
took a
listening,
chance
JM. You just
to
talking,
bring
but
him
you're
back
not
into
listening, my
the
guy.
league. No.
Now, JM,
No.
I hear what you're saying, JM. That's why I said salute to Ballmer for giving him a chance. The point I'm making is Ballmer shouldn't have to give him a chance if he was actually innocent. He shouldn't have been out the league in the first place, is
Okay,
what I'm saying, JM.
ask Kobe that. Ask Kobe how that went. Ask Kobe how that went.
Oh, that
I
was
mean, I
different.
can't ask Kobe. Yeah, I
You're
mean,
talking about the R.
He's like, we
You're
can't
talking
ask.
about the R word. You're talking about the R word versus anything that you do that's an offense to a female. They're gonna throw you under the damn jail for it. If you're guilty or not, the allegations alone is enough for them to say, you know what, we don't want to touch that. You feel me? Whether they're lying or being truthful. Period.
when you black is like that, because old buddy that was with OKC and now over there with the Bulls, he didn't get blackballed or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
About to mention that, Skills. You're right.
So that's why I'm saying it's whack as hell. And the fact that we just put that coat on him and be like, oh, okay, he blackballed. Steve Ballmer gave him a chance, but he wasn't gonna get no chance nowhere else. That's bullshit. That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
he was fucking with a minor. He was fucking with a minor. So
Hey, look what they did with Miles Bridges too. Miles Bridges got a second chance too.
Yo, KBJ would have never got back in the league. Are you kidding me? Andre Peterson. It don't have to be about a white woman. It's about a woman,
No,
period. Andre
he's
Peterson
not
still
saying.
not in the league.
Yeah, you're not listening,
white.
JM.
He didn't
He
say
a
a
white
white
man.
woman. He didn't say a
White.
white woman. He said, "Well, you're a black man." That's what he's saying. Black man.
It don't matter. Well, okay,
It does matter though, JM.
It does matter, JM. I agree with that. It does matter.
Okay, you're right. No. I spoke too quick. You're right. It's worse when you're a black man. So only thing I'm saying is that I already knew when he came here, that was a solid to get this man a chance back into the league. He played all of the minutes, and people wonder why KBJ playing all them. That was to show
You were
everybody
saying they
else.
had no intentions on keeping him when they signed him. He was just
No,
trade
no,
bait.
no intentions. There was no intentions of him staying here. That was a
You know
solid.
what I think? I think
Because
that he thought that he should have been playing over James Harden.
Watch this. Our owner on Microsoft. He's in a different league, right? So when you got backlash from people protesting that he's even in the league. So Bowman took a stance. He knew the kid since he was a kid. He took a stance. But he took a lot of backlash for that. There was no way KPJ was going to stay here. The whole point was for him to show everybody else that if Ballmer could give him another chance, a billionaire, that somebody else will give him another chance. And that's exactly what happened. He went to another team, and he's doing great.
Hey, JM, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
we
get
understand what you're
I just
saying,
think,
JM.
real quick, Skills, I just think, for me personally, I think they chose James Harden over him. Because remember, they were making those comparisons.
No,
Hold
that's
on,
not
wait, just
true.
hear me out. Hear me out. They were making early on making comparisons in KPJ and James Harden's style of play. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just thought the Clippers would have been way more successful if they would have just gave the keys to KPJ and kind of let him resurrect his career instead of just using him as trade bait. Because James Harden is not winning a championship, bro.
He did both. No, we did both. Resurrected his career. We did. He's exactly
You
what
didn't
you
give
said.
him the keys to shit though.
Yo, they
I
gave
know.
him
I
keys,
think
but he
traded him for nothing.
I think he
What
should have
do you
started.
mean?
He should have been a
He
starter.
on a good team. He
I
doing
don't care what
good.
nobody says.
Yeah.
James
And
Harden,
he
you come off
doing
the bench
good.
on me. James Harden,
Yo,
Yeah.
you
it
coming off the
wasn't about
bench. Jay,
Harden.
get in there, young
It
gun. Get in
wasn't
there, young
about
gun.
Harden,
Get in
man.
there.
It wasn't that.
Yeah.
It was
I
no. It was where
That's what you gotta know about
where
basketball.
is
If y'all
KBJ at?
think James Harden is gonna help y'all win a chip, y'all
Where
is tripping.
KBJ
I'm
at?
telling you this.
What is KBJ doing? What is Terrence Mann
KPJ is
doing?
way better than Harden, bro. In my opinion,
Oh,
that's
They're
just
doing
me.
pretty well for themselves.
But he
That's me.
couldn't
They're
stand.
doing,
That's the
JM
thing. He couldn't
and
stand with
Terrence
us.
Mann is doing pretty good over there with the Hawks, bro.
KBJ couldn't stay with us. He
JM
could not stay with us. He couldn't.
JM. The thing is when we're talking about this topic, bro, our point is if we are letting go of these young players and they are going to different teams and are literally hold on, JM, damn.
Hold on, JM. JM be trying to cook. Man, let him get his shit on, JM.
Yeah. Sheesh. All we saying is, JM, is that if we are getting rid of these young players, and it's pretty fucking clear that these young players bring a certain value to any team in the NBA at this point in their career. If we are getting rid of these young players and didn't get much value back outside of Bogey actually just added his value last night, and we still not confident on him right now. But if we are letting go of these young players and we're bringing in a James Harden that is slow, that is not playing defense, and you had a KPJ that is going to play defense, his jump shot may not have been consistent yet, but he was going to put in effort on the glass. He was going to put in effort on the defensive end. He's going to continue to move the ball. James Harden, if that switch with KPJ would have happened, if they would have actually said, okay, James Harden, take a back seat, let KPJ go ahead and run the system for a little bit. If they would have done that, it would have been a lot more effective because not only do you not have any liabilities on the defense, you have an extra player that is going to be fearless. Because right now, when I look at James Harden, besides last night, James Harden plays with fear in his heart sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
KPJ does not show that fear at all when he's on the court, you know. And go ahead.
Hey, Taz, I was just gonna add on to what you were saying about having.
No. Wait. Let me give me 1 second. Let me get
Man, you been talking this whole time, bro. Like, damn.
Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second.
Jay, that 1 second gonna turn into 1 hour, bro.
1 second, because y'all, I'm telling you exactly what happened. KBJ would have never been back in the league has our owner gave him a
JM, we
chance.
agree with you already, bro. We get
Now
that.
watch this. Now watch this. You want to talk about his impact and all of that. Yes, KBJ clearly had an impact. He played a lot of minutes. Are you kidding me? He played a lot. He played so many minutes that people was questioning why you got KPJ in the game. Don't just jump on the bandwagon right now. All of y'all were just saying why KPJ was not playing. Don't even go there. No, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. You kept wondering why KPJ was in the game. You kept wondering why he kept playing all them minutes. You kept wondering why Ty was playing KPJ, right? And I've been saying the whole time. That shit was forced solid. So KBJ could get back in the game. He's on the team we on right now, getting triple doubles. He's doing good. Nobody would have gave him a chance. We
Yeah,
did.
JM, you right. But the thing is, it looks stupid as fuck to get rid of KPJ when he goes to another team and provides consistent fucking offense and defense. Literally on a completely different level than James Harden. James Harden just came off a game with 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 turnovers, 50 points, 10 times at the free throw line, bro. Like it's a completely different impact.
Watch this.
KBJ was never supposed to be here in the first place. He was never supposed to be here. That's why
That doesn't matter though, JM. That doesn't matter though, JM. Like
Steve Ballmer, nigga,
we
I don't give a
gave
fuck
him
about
a
all that.
solid. We gave him a solid. We got him
All
back
right,
in the
JM, that 1
game.
second of yours is up, bro. That 1 second is up, bro.
if the guy was innocent, we shouldn't have been giving him no solids anyway. Is my point. If he was innocent, he ain't need no solids. The guy should have still been in the league.
Well, when you dealing with domestic abuse, you don't understand how that feels when you get kicked out for some shit.
We get it.
No, you don't get it. You clearly don't get it.
JM, we get it. They did the same thing to Carmelo Anthony. Let me tell you what's going on. Bro, if you're going to be a businessman in this sport and it's about basketball, you have to make the best basketball decision. Lawrence Frank and Steve Ballmer and the executives did a terrible job at the trading deadline. You essentially got rid of.
You wrong.
Man, listen, JM.
Let me finish, bro. You essentially got rid of PJ Tucker, who was an NBA champion and an all defensive player. You got rid of KPJ, who's another elite defender, and his offense would have came around if you would have gave him a chance. And you got rid of Mo Bamba. And then what was the other person y'all got rid of?
Terrence Mann.
Fam, you wrong. You wrong. You are wrong.
Hold on, JM, let him go.
JM, bro, let me finish, bro, please. You got rid of all of these players, and let me tell you the players you got back in return for all of those players I just named. You got you got Drew Ebanks. You got Patty Mills, 100-year-old ass who can't do nothing in the league right now. And you fucking got Bojan Bogdanovic, who's battled injuries and has been inconsistent since Sacramento.
Fam,
So
you a Warriors fan. You a Warriors fan. You wrong.
You got rid of 4 players for
you a Warriors fan. You wrong.
Let me ask you something.
Just because he a Warriors fan don't mean he wrong, bro. What the hell?
Hey, Kai Jones.
I'm a Clipper fan.
Jones.
Hey, JM.
That's 5 players.
We Clippers. You wrong. You are wrong.
Hey, JM, let me ask you something, JM. Let me ask you something. What do we get for KPJ?
You're a Warriors fan. Don't support your Warriors. You wrong. Fam, you wrong. Wrong is wrong.
JM, we heard you the first time. He wrong. We get that.
We get it.
Hey, but I'm a basketball head, though. I support basketball.
Hey, EBB, I was about to say the same thing, too. Like, what the Clippers really needed was a center, and we gave Kai Jones.
wrong too, nigga. It's
We gave
Clipper
Kai
fans.
Jones away. Kai
You
Jones went and
wrong.
scored 21.
So
Yeah,
what?
man.
You
We got
wrong.
Ray Kyle Jones. Hey, bro. Then we didn't even get nothing back for KPJ. We didn't even
Y'all
get
didn't get
anything
We
back.
don't
shit
need, yes,
back.
we
You
did.
got
We did
nothing
get
back,
somebody
bruh.
back.
You got
We got
nothing back.
man, nigga, we got a 6'9" Marcus something, however you say his
Where
last
is he,
name.
J?
We
Where is he,
did
JM?
get some back.
They
Hey,
just
bro.
waived
Right.
him.
Hold on, you
They
got
I'm
waived
what?
gonna
him,
be,
JM.
I'm gonna be the last one
Hold on, what
standing
happened to
when we
Bochamp?
make
Y'all
the
still got
playoffs. I
Bochamp? Y'all
guarantee
still
you
got
that.
Bochamp?
I'm be the last one standing when we make the playoffs. Believe that.
Yeah,
Y'all
Jay, but how
tripping.
far do you
Hey,
think we're
you
gonna get in the
delusional as
playoffs?
Yeah,
hell,
I'm
bro.
just saying. So the goal is just
Hey,
to
you
make the playoffs.
delusional as
Like,
Right.
man,
hell.
get
You
out
Right.
of
think
here,
you gonna
JM.
get
Like,
Like,
man,
there's
look.
reality and then there's delusion, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, like, bro. I get what he's saying about Steve Ballmer doing him a solid, but if the young man was innocent, he shouldn't even need no solid. And then,
right.
true enough, he was playing.
Let that
True enough,
go. Let
Hold on,
that
hey,
JM.
go.
hey,
Let
Damn.
that
Hold
go. Let
on.
it go. He not even on that team no more. Let it go. Like I keep
Nigga,
saying, y'all
hey,
stand by.
first of
hey,
all, we can't let it
JM,
go,
nigga,
JM,
we got
because
the
you
Stand
the
by.
one
sixth
brought it up.
seed, nigga.
You brought it
Y'all
Hey,
up,
we got
JM.
the
stand by.
sixth seed, nigga. Why you talking all that
Stand
shit?
by.
You ain't even in the playoffs
Stand
no more.
bots.
Shut up,
Go
nigga.
ahead, get in your feelings. Get in your
Right.
feelings, you stand bots. Get in your feelings.
That
Hey,
boy
bro, y'all
funny,
done brought the
man.
gangs out of JM, bro.
Oh
Hey,
man, yeah, because
Everybody
he ain't
spam
making
bots now.
no valid
You
points, man. Because
spam
at the end of the
bots
day, we got rid of KPJ for nothing. The guy that
for
we got back, I
nothing.
don't even see him on the team. So
For
it's like
nothing.
it ain't a stand to look at the team and acknowledge the mistakes that they made, and we made some
Thank you.
mistakes. You know what I mean? It's just simple as that,
Like,
man. You know,
why is this team like all our young players that we gave away all playing better on
Right.
different
That
teams?
part. That part.
it's what I expected. Like,
This
it's clear
part.
that these
How
young
come?
players have
How
Hey,
come?
talent,
but
bro.
hey, but
It's
guess
Okay,
just
what?
this team does
this
not
Hey,
know
part.
how to play
I'm
him.
a Clipper
hey, but guess
fan.
what though,
I'm a
y'all?
Clipper
Y'all
fan,
hold on,
and
guess
I
what,
ain't got
y'all?
no doubt.
Hey,
How about that? I'm a
Guess
Clipper
what?
fan, and I ain't worried about nothing because I already said it's
JM,
gonna happen, and
JM,
we
hold on.
doing
Guess
it.
what?
So how come I ain't got no
Y'all
fear?
got
How come
y'all
I ain't
got
got
rid
no
of
fear? You a
y'all got
spam bot.
hey, y'all got rid of young players and you didn't
So
even
what?
fucking
So what's
hold
the
on.
point? What the fuck is the
Point,
point?
hey, the point is this is a young man's league, bro. Like you
Man,
gotta
get
let your
out of
young
here,
ass
man. Get
develop.
out of here,
You
man.
gotta let your
Hey,
young
don't
players
test me.
develop, bro.
Don't
You
test
gotta
me
let
with
your
that
young guys
crap.
develop.
Hey,
You gotta
you
let
a
them develop.
spam bot. You a spam bot. Don't test me.
He said this.
Don't test
Jay,
us
you're
out.
funny, dog. Get a good laugh
JM,
off you,
man,
so
you
man.
high and drunk, nigga. Shut up.
There you go. There go the
Oh,
drunk
man.
shit. I knew it.
Hey,
There go the
man.
drunk shit. Like I said on the show, you got a fucking one of them cards you read off. That shit wrong, fam.
Bro, to change
You
the
say the
topic,
same
who do
shit
y'all think is going to be the
everybody
X
else
factor for the
say.
next game,
But
bro?
I test you.
Who do
As
y'all
soon as
see
I
actually
test you,
contributing in that next game,
as
boys?
soon as I check you, as soon as I check
Man,
you,
who
you
we
go to
playing
your
next? I think
calling
it's
card.
the
The
Hey,
Knicks.
Knicks?
You
Kawhi
go to
Leonard.
your
Yeah.
calling
Kawhi Leonard
card.
will have
I
25
know
points, but I
exactly.
think
And then you
Yeah,
go about Kawhi. It's
I
y'all.
think
You predictable. You
oh no,
predictable,
I
fam.
actually think Zoo gonna have a good game too, though. For real, I think Zoo matches up well with Carl Anthony Towns, and I think
Is he
I don't
playing?
think
Is he playing that game?
who oh he
Or
out.
This
I
cat
don't.
hurt?
Yeah, somebody said he was hurt. Uh,
Oh damn, I didn't know he was hurt. Well, shit, I expect Zoo to have a dominant game then.
yeah,
I
if he's
expect
hurt, yeah.
yeah.
I don't
Shit,
know. That Robinson kid, did they
oh
trade
yeah,
him
oh
away?
Mitchell
No, I
Robinson
think they
coming
still
back.
have him.
Yeah, he
Okay.
coming
Yeah,
shit,
back. Mitchell Robinson
that's
coming
a
shit.
back.
big motherfucker right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, hey, y'all at home? Are y'all playing in the Intuit Dome?
I think so. Aren't we? I think so.
Yeah, because y'all just came off a long road trip,
Yeah,
so
man. I'm ready to get over that road trip. I'm ready to keep moving forward, man.
I know. Hey, that Knicks game gonna be a tough game because they coming off of that loss against the Warriors, so they gonna want to
Ugh.
try to bounce back. So
Yeah. And James Harden is gonna have a tough time with Josh Harden, bro.
I
It's
mean,
Josh Harden. I
all I can
love that
really
boy's
and
say,
game.
OG and OG and
oh,
OG
Yeah. Ooh,
they
I
got some
forgot about him.
defenders over there, man.
and Mikal Bridges and Miles McBride. Y'all gonna have issues with the Knicks, bro. I'm telling you.
Jalen Brunson seemed like he gonna have a game there, huh?
Right.
Shit, if James Harden
James
guarding him,
Harden is
he be
guarding.
putting up 60 piece.
Man,
Oh
I hope
shit.
not, man. Honestly, I hope this trend keeps going and Harden stays hot. You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna be chucking up shots, at least I hope he make them. You know, because that's all
Yeah,
we can
but
ask for. I mean, if he's gonna be throwing up shots, at least try to make them. Shit.
I mean, I'm expecting to see a shell of James Harden. Kawhi is the one that I'm expecting to go off tomorrow because
I hope so,
he
man.
usually gets up for the Knicks. Like I love that matchup. When Kawhi sees that another team is going to be playing defense consistently, it makes him bring his offensive game out. The opposite is for James Harden. Once James Harden see a team that plays great defense consistently, it is going to be a rough game for him. So I'm expecting James Harden to probably take about 16 shots, only making probably about 5 of those. I mean, he's going to go to the free throw line, of course, but it's not going to have any impact. Like, I don't expect him to have any kind of impact.
And does anybody know the timetable for Ben Simmons? Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, how bad did he hurt his knee? They said he hurt his knee or some shit.
Oh shit! Here we go with this.
Damn.
Not
even a full weekend, bro.
That's how I know you're a spam bot. That's how I know you're a
You know what I
spam
would have
bot.
did?
First of all, Ben never even had a knee problem. First of all, y'all are supporting Ty Lue and all that. You spam bots. You don't know nothing about our team. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. You actually know nothing. You actually are talking about stuff. You actually know nothing what you're talking about. You're a spam bot. And I'm gonna test you every time. Now beat me. Ain't none of you bums beat me. I've been right the whole time. Y'all been just coming on
No, you
here.
haven't, JM.
You sound like James Harden right now, bro.
Don't
You
say
sound like
yeah.
James
Now you
Harden.
say yeah. Now you
Hey,
say
yo, 50 points ain't no
yeah. I already know what you're
JM, you
gonna
the
say.
same person that said our bench had 75 points last night, bro.
I already know
What is that, bro? What is that?
At least you get it off
I
your
wasn't even
chest.
gonna make him sound
Go
like a
ahead, get
fool
off
when he
your
said the
chest.
bench had 75
Hey,
points.
at least at least I can bring you healing. At least I can bring you healing. Get off your
Learn how to
chest.
count, JM.
Now you
You gotta learn how to count, my brother.
now you can show who
Brother,
you
you gotta
really
learn how to
is.
count, bro.
Yeah, I know. Now you ain't gotta hide no more. I did that for you.
I'm a
Now
spam
you ain't
bot,
gotta hide no more.
I'm a spam
Spam
bot.
bot. Yeah, now you ain't gotta hide no more. Now you good. I did that for you. Now
Hey,
you
JM,
good.
spell spam bot, bro.
Hey, I appreciate
Oh,
you, bro.
there you go. Go right ahead. Go right. Hey, now you feel free now. I freed you. You
Hey,
bum ass nigga.
Hey, JM, what seeding are you? What
Yeah,
seed are you?
you a bum ass nigga.
What
Like I said,
seed
I
are you? I'm asking you a question.
What's up with these ad homs, bro?
Retarded blood.
Golly.
Hey, retarded blood. What seed are you?
I freed you. Now you
Retarded
free
blood. What
to
seed are
be
you,
who
retarded
you are.
blood?
Be who
Retarded
you
blood. What
are.
seed are you?
There you go. I freed you. Be who you are.
It sounds
Hey,
like you
JM,
about to swallow your tongue, nigga, when you talk.
JM, we trying to give the channel good content, bro. Like we literally just trying to talk hoops, bro. Golly. No, hell no, JM. Calm your ass down, bro. Like we literally just trying to talk hoops, bro. Right. Calm down. Ain't nobody trying to attack you, JM. Golly.
You ain't talking
Jesus.
me. You ain't talking me. What kind
That's what I just said, bro. Ain't nobody trying to.
He don't have no tongue, bro.
What content you bringing? I don't
You talking
understand.
because you don't have
Bro,
no
if you
tongue.
shut up, we can bring content, bro.
You
Golly.
bringing confusion. You bringing confusion.
No,
What
we
content you
not.
bringing
We're just
confusion?
talking, JM.
Beetlejuice, bro. So what
Nah, y'all not talking. No, y'all bringing confusion. And I called you out. And
We
now
can't talk because you keep yelling.
yeah, if I'm yelling,
I can
then
barely hear myself think, bro. God
yeah, I
damn.
know. I called you out,
fan.
fam.
That's why.
I called, I'm a fake Clipper fan. Look,
You're
I
not a
called
real
you out.
Clipper fan,
I
JM.
called you out. Called you out live
You're
on
not a real
YouTube.
Clipper fan, bro.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm not a right there, whatever you want to say. I called you out. You're
Bro,
a bum.
did y'all see me not trying to change the subject, bro? God damn.
That's what I'm saying. Go
You're a
ahead, bro.
bum. Man, y'all, go find your channel. Go find your team. They got your own team channel. And
Shout
me,
out Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Y'all like,
yeah,
share, subscribe, man.
there you
Hey,
go.
it's
Bye.
just
See you later. Peace. Just like I
I,
said.
I didn't say I was leaving. I didn't say I was going nowhere, JM.
You
Calm down. calm down, JM. Goddamn, bro. Hey, but
JM cleaning house up out here, huh?
Yeah, you a spam bot. Where's Bond? You a spam bot. Where's
Hey, we
Bond?
got the 6th seed, bro. We got a 6th
Yeah,
seed.
I know. Talk about the Warriors. I know.
Yeah,
That's
we got a
what
6th
you're gonna
seed.
do. You
Jimmy
a Warriors
Buckets.
fan. I already
Kuminga coming
knew that.
back. Yeah,
Yeah, so talk about the Warriors. So why
yeah.
you here? Get a Warriors page. Get a Warriors channel.
I got a
Why you
channel
here?
already. I got
Then
my
why
own.
you here? Then why is you here?
It's called support for my people,
Yeah,
man.
to talk
What
some
you talking
bullshit.
about?
Talk some
Hey,
bullshit like you doing.
what did I
That's what
say
you
that was
doing.
bullshit, JM? What did I say that
You're
was
a
bullshit?
Warriors fan. Support your
But
team.
I'm asking a question now. Serious talk right now.
Now,
What did I say that was
seriously,
inaccurate?
right now, support your team. Where your
What did
channel at?
I say that was inaccurate? Can you answer that question?
Fam, what can the Warriors say?
Oh, all right.
You're a Warriors fan. I gotta
I'm a
talk to you.
basketball fan, bro. I'm a
Oh,
basketball
now
fan.
you're a basketball fan. But then you just said you was a Warriors fan. Which one is it?
Oh my God, bro. He already done told you plenty of times that we
No,
are
see,
here
y'all
talking
spam
hoops, that we
bots.
are
Spam
basketball
bot.
fans, bro.
You are spam
Golly.
bot.
We here
You're
to
a
talk
spam
about the
bot.
game,
What's
bro.
your team? What's your real team?
My real team is the San Antonio Spurs,
There
Jam. It's the
you
reason
go.
why I'm
There
calm,
you
bro.
go. There you go. Your real team's back.
Jam,
So
Jam,
spam bot.
Jam.
Get out
You're
of
a
here,
reflection
man.
of the
Yeah, man, get
Jam. You
out
are
of
the
here.
reflections of the Clippers
Worry
organization,
about the
bro.
Spurs. You should worry about
Golly.
the Spurs. You should worry about the Spurs, right? That's what you should worry about. You a Spurs fan. Why is you here? Why?
Do you want a real answer, JM?
No, I already know the real answer. You're a spam bot.
Oh, yeah. This is
You're,
fun at this point.
you're a
Hey.
spam bot. You're
Okay,
a
JM.
spam bot. You
Okay,
came
JM.
from
Since I'm a
nowhere.
spam bot, what is
Yeah,
my
you're a Spurs
intentions?
fan.
What is
How
my
the hell you
intentions,
gonna
JM?
talk about the Yo, answer me this question. How the
I'm
hell you
just
gonna
glad
talk
I
about
got
the
time for this
Clippers
shit.
and you like the Spurs? You like the Spurs. So tell me how the hell you know about my team and you like the Spurs? Can you tell me
JM,
that?
before 2020, I knew nothing of your team because your team
I
wasn't even
knew that.
relevant.
Hello. You knew nothing about hello. I just called it.
Yes.
So
Actually, I
why the
did
fuck
know
is you
something
here?
about your team, that they were second round exits. That's
Man,
exactly what I knew.
y'all is funny, man. Go
Hey
about your
JM,
business.
I can give y'all props because y'all actually
Man,
beat us
go
in the
about
playoffs. So I can give y'all props, bro. God, salute BJ. Salute to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Hey, y'all like, share, subscribe.
Yo, what happened to everybody? What happened to everybody? Everybody still here? Yeah, I had a call. I just dropped the link for y'all if y'all want to come back in. Oh, man, what the hell just happened? Somebody tell me what happened. Salute to my man, Bruce. What's good, Bruce? My man, Spence. What's good, Spence? Oh, man. Oh, man, what's good? Yeah, I'm about to find out what happened in the playback, but everybody just left, huh? Salute, Mad Max. Yeah, I just came back. I thought everybody was still. I had like 8 people on the panel. Everybody just left. Everybody just left one by one, huh? I still got 42 people here. Y'all free to come in. I'm trying to figure out what's up. Yeah, man. Well, I guess that'll do it. But I appreciate y'all coming through, man. We definitely gonna keep this going. But until next time, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull out, peace, out here like swim wild.